What's going on, YouTubers? We are here with the E3 2014. I hope that's the right direction. Retrospective, because all the conferences are over now and it's time to do it. I'm here with my buddy Mark,
What's up?
Ms., if you will, and I think we're ready to get started. How about you?
Yep, let's do this.
So, first up, of course, who always leads off E3? Microsoft. Those bastards. So,
These bastards.
first thing I typed up was it's 9:29 because it started at 9:30 for me. Let's see if it's really games, games, games like Phil Spencer claims. Phil Spencer. So the lights go out and they open the show. We get like a grid montage of just a whole bunch of games. Phil Spencer comes out. Uh, I don't know about you, but the stage this year. Did you like the stage?
I thought the stage was generic. Actually, I didn't care for it at all.
I thought it was pretty weird. It was like they had like a small stage up front where Phil was, and I thought that was it because there was just a screen behind him, like a slanted screen. I just hit my headset, and there was like two TVs behind him, and then later on I saw that it was like the old school stage back there behind him, like the full on big ass stage that people were playing the games on. So, uh, fuck, where were we?
You know about the stage.
Oh yeah, I just thought it was weird how it was the small one to crowd up close and everything. And then he says that the entire keynote, is dedicated to games. And up first is all the 2014 games, and then later some announcements for 2015. Up first, this is going to be a doozy. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Oh, that is a doozy.
Very, very futuristic, which I think is going to turn off a lot of people. I think that with the people who just buy Call of Duty every year, they own an Xbox or a PlayStation for Call of Duty. They want that military shooter. And I don't think this is going to give it to them. But then there's going to be a lot of people who buy it because it says Call of Duty.
Well, you put the name Call of Duty on a pile of shit, and everybody will buy it instantly.
Well,
But the
they've proved that since 2008.
but the problem with I mean, I agree. It's a little too futuristic. Because I mean, again, if you look at, I thought Black Ops 2 did it perfectly well. I really enjoyed
I
it.
love Black Ops
Black
2.
Ops 2 was done very well, and I mean, again, I mean, the opening sequence when they were dropping, I guess they were jumping from the sky down into the city.
I
I
think
mean, I
so.
like that idea, but with all those drones, I think they were drones. Like towards the end of the demo, where like he was on the ground, the drones were going over top of him. It looked
The
like
black little black things.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, some of it was like you threw the grenade, and I think the grenade like propels now in the air, like you can like control it, like it flies.
Well, you can switch them up. Like there's no more like HUD. Like
Yeah.
your ammo is a screen on your gun.
Yep.
Your grenades you can switch by pulling up their grenade and pushing the button to switch them from frag to. They showed a whole bunch of them. I forget which ones they showed.
Because I remember I saw something like he throw it and like it hovers in the air, like it like I'll just say it, like it propels in the air, like it like floats and then like it like zooms and like slams into something. I mean, like
Yeah,
the problem with it is
like
is
there was
they
like heat seeking ones.
yeah, and yeah, that was neat too. Like I call it like a beacon type.
Yeah,
They did something similar in Gears of War Judgment with that, like where it lights up the area where there's enemies. But my problem with it is I buy it for the story, and I might get it for the story, but I cannot play the multiplayer because they cannot balance anything properly. I have a gut feeling that a lot of the new stuff they add is going to be abused beyond belief. That's the whole problem with it.
especially on the Xbox.
Yeah. Well, of course. Well, of course, they get the exclusive of the DLCs coming first, which is a normal thing anymore. Which, if anybody acts like it's a shock, it's not. It's
Yeah,
been happening since what Modern Warfare 2 or 3.
they're gonna keep that deal going as long as they can.
Well, yeah, but the problem is, people get into the game and abuse it. They don't play it the way the developers intended. But at the end of the day, I can't justify getting into a game and getting killed within 5 seconds of walking because people are propelling grenades left and right at me like they're fucking bomb jumping from this air. I'm not going to keep doing that. But again, it's an interesting concept. But if they balance it right, it could be something good. But don't see it doing as well as what they think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because didn't Modern Warfare 3 didn't do as well as they were hoping. Black Ops 2 did great, and then I don't think Ghost did as well as they thought either.
Oh, Ghost was
Ghost was
bad.
it was terrible. I didn't like Ghost. Well, the campaign was okay at best, but the multiplayer was just brutal.
They came out and said that they want their record back from Rockstar because Rockstar with GTA 5 outsold everything. And then when Ghost launched, it was bad. It was bad. It was
But the thing
bad.
with but the thing with Rockstar though, Rockstar actually you can tell that they put time and effort. Call of Duty over here is just copy and paste.
Well, they
They,
better put some
everything
time and effort. It takes them fucking
it took them.
7 years to make a game.
Yeah, I mean you can tell that they put the money into it also. But Call of Duty they make what billions a year, and they just give us the exact same engine year in and year out. And again, I mean, I played Ghost on Xbox One, and I compared it to the Xbox 360 version, and there's only like 2 or 3 levels I can actually tell a difference. Other than that, I can't tell much. Other than different textures. Other than that, I can't tell a difference. It's not really that giant.
I played it on PC and it was a horrible port. Everything was wrong with it.
Is Call of Duty ever going to die? That is the way of putting it.
I don't. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. I think 10 years from now will we be playing Call of Duty? Who knows? But not anytime soon, I don't think.
As long as they bring Captain Price back eventually, I'll be happy. Until then, no bueno, no thank you.
Wasn't he a character in the DLC for Ghosts?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about buying him just to play as him in Ghost, but then
Thought
I
I
remember
saw something about
then I
that.
played Ghost. And I remember I spawned into the game and I was dead within 5 seconds, so I said no thank you.
Return.
I'll save my 4.99.
One thing I did like about it was when the drones were flying up above, the AI guy grabbed a car door shield or a
Oh
car
yeah,
door off of a car and used it as like a shield. I
yeah.
wonder if you can do that.
I don't know if that was just for the campaign aspect or if you can do it in multiplayer, but I mean, again, it kind of reminded me of like how they did the riot shield in Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of the car shield thing. I mean, the car door. Yeah, I thought that was great.
You said
No,
the same
car
thing as
shield.
me.
Yeah. Oh no, but I did like the idea of that. That was pretty neat. I mean, I think that was the best thing about the trailer until the helicopter thing exploded and then his arm got cut
His
off. I
arm
thought,
got cut off at the
and they're
end.
trying to make it so dramatic, and I'm just sitting there scratching my head, going, "When does it end?"
It ends with his arm getting sliced off. So, robot arm. Robot arm confirmed.
Yes, make it happen.
So then, as with a lot of things, the demo is followed by a trailer. Up next, Turn 10 came out and introduced, well, not introduced because it was leaked earlier this month, Forza Horizon 2. They also said that they were bringing the Nürburgring track to Forza 5 today, which was yesterday, for free. So that was pretty cool. Forza Horizon 2 has dynamic weather, full day-night cycles. They say 1080p, which is a big deal these days, I guess. Comes out September 30th, and it was followed by a trailer. Um, any thoughts on the trailer? I thought it looked amazing.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of racing games. You pretty much know that, knowing me all
Yeah.
these years. But I mean, I thought it did look impressive. But what really won me over, and I know it might sound stupid, but when they announced a free that Nürburgring, right? So, whatever you just said, I
Nürburgring?
can't. They said it during their thing, and I bust out laughing. I don't know why. It was just a weird name. But when they're like, "Oh, and you can download today for free," I'm like, "Now, in a sense, that's when they get back to the community, which I do like."
Yeah.
I mean, they do give you free DLC, and I mean, again, the effort they do put into it. So I
I
do like that idea. But I mean, the trailer was very nice, and I don't know. I mean, eventually I would like to try an actual Forza game, but I thought it did look very nice. It did. I mean, I'm going to be interested about the weather dynamics though. I want to see
Yeah.
more of that. That's the one thing I'm very interested in because again, a lot of racing games don't really do well in that aspect.
I mean, it looked amazing from like the raindrops on the
Yes,
cars, the reflections on like the wet
especially if
ground.
the road was wet, especially with the sunlight hitting off of it. It looked
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, I don't know how Turn 10 keeps doing it. If you still have your 360, I do recommend Forza 4 though.
Yeah,
I never played Forza Horizon 1. But I did get Forza 4, and that was awesome. So, next would be 2K with Evolve. They get an exclusive beta and DLC on Xbox. I don't know if the DLC is first on Xbox, but I know it's exclusive, at least for the time being.
If it's exclusive, odds are it's gonna be first. It'll be on
Yeah,
Xbox. Yeah, it'll probably be launched early.
yeah. But they do get the exclusive beta. So, any thoughts on Evolve? Four
Um,
versus one?
when it, I saw it, and the first thing I thought was when they said, the makers of Left 4 Dead, I said, just give me Left 4 Dead 3 and let me be happy for the day. But no,
Valve
I'm,
doesn't do number threes.
I'm
We're
learning.
still waiting for Half-Life 3.
Yeah, I'm learning that, and it's an interesting concept. It's what, four co-op players versus the monster.
Yeah,
So so pretty much be a five-player game where one person plays as the monster and four as human.
yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm just curious how much different hit power what's going to be your advantage as being the monster. I mean, are you going to have a decent health left to where you're not getting demolished by four human players? Like, how balanced is that going to be? I mean, I like the idea. I mean, the idea is there. It's really good. But it's just, can it be balanced enough for it to work properly online without it being abused? Again, I guess everybody's forced to be one specific class, right? So, like, you have four people, so, like, each class can only be used once, right? If I'm taking it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Because if you
I
have,
don't
like,
think you could double up classes. Like, you
because
can't
I
have like
can't,
two medics.
because if you have, like, just say four medics, I mean, if they have a specific weapon that can be abused, what's the point?
Yeah,
That's the only problem I'm having with it. I mean, again, it's very interesting. I like the idea. But I'm just curious. I want to see more. Because, again, they only show you so much at E3, and then, you can go months again without knowing anything.
yeah.
So
I
I'm
want
very,
to check it out on PC for sure.
for sure.
For sure, I'm interested in it a lot. Um. So then next was Assassin's Creed Unity, which shocked me personally because they usually do the PlayStation conference with their games, Ubisoft. So it was shocking for me to see them come out. Of course, French Revolution setting, four-player co-op in an Assassin's Creed game. I never did find out the name of the character. I'm pretty sure he said it, but I
I
either
didn't pick
didn't understand it or didn't hear it. So I don't know if you ever played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, did you? Or any Assassin's Creed since
I
Brotherhood?
started working on Assassin's Creed 2 and then I just stopped.
Oh man, you got to get back into it.
I think my father got killed and that's like where I stopped. Spoiler alert.
Wow, that was whoa, major spoiler for the first 30
Well, if
minutes of the game.
anybody and their grandmother has probably played it for now, I got it free with Games with Gold. That's the only reason why I have it.
Ah, okay, I got you. You never played the first one?
I had it and I rage traded it.
Uh, yeah.
You
Like I
know
said,
me.
it's a difficult game to get into, the first one.
Yeah.
Um, I think this one though looks epic. Just like with it being completely a next gen game instead of a port from an older console. Just the number of AI that you can have on the screen at the same time. Like they went from outside with just hundreds of people around to an inside setting with like 20 people, no loading. I'll
Yeah,
take
that
that.
I agree with that. I mean, seeing when they go outside and like you see all the people on the ground, like you're walking through the crowd because you got to get to your target.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing all the people. I mean, I thought that was excellent. I mean, again, it just shows what next gen can really do. Adding more AI on screen. I like that idea. Um, I thought it looked really great, and I think having four-player co-op is actually going to add to it. Because again, I always thought when I was playing it by myself on Assassin's Creed 2, I'm like, it'd be neat to have a co-op partner to walk through here. Because I thought it would add so much more. But I mean, the dynamic works when you have like two, three, four people with you, and like you can distract while another one would go and kill somebody and all that. But the one thing I noticed from the demo, because my brother was like, I wonder if they're playing it live, and we were watching it, and then he jumps out the window and he's going on the side of the building. As soon as he gets to the rooftop, the other three people just magically are beside him.
I
And
did notice that.
I was like, I'm like, are they playing it live or is it just pre-record like it normally is? Like that's my problem with E3. I wonder if the demos are physically played live or if a lot of them are just videos with people just playing, acting like they're playing. Because
It could be.
it's like the characters just teleported up there all of a sudden. That's my
Yeah.
only gripe with it. But I mean, again, I thought it looked pretty. I thought the demo was pretty good. Though. I mean, it does have a lot of potential. It really does.
I can't edit in what you're talking about, but I can explain it. He jumps out the window onto a flagpole to climb up the side of the building. There's a player on a flagpole next to him, which when he jumps up the side of the building is behind him. When the player gets to the top of the building, all three players are already up there with him. I don't know what happened there.
I still thought it was
I did
interesting.
notice that though. That was weird.
Yeah, that was interesting. But
Yeah.
again, I just figure it was something, either to speed time up, like it warped them, or again, if the people that were down at the bottom of the stage, like, 'cause they had like those big screens that said Xbox on, then they'd stand in front of them and play.
Yeah.
I guess they're just standing there with just controllers and doing nothing because that's what I figured they warped up there.
I mean, Call of Duty is famous for speeding time up in their demos. The whole "in the interest of time"
It
thing.
was a time.
Yeah. I actually named a video series of mine after that. I only did one video though, and then it was canceled.
It was an interest of time.
Yeah. The next thing that they show, which became, as you scratch your beard.
I'm scratching my man beard. It's itchy. I need to shave it.
Me too. Me too. Um, I thought it was just going to be a one-time thing, but it turned out to be quite a few times during the conference. They showed a video talking about, or having people talk about what their first games were. You remember those video sequences?
Unfortunately, that was like their entertainment purpose. So of course, Microsoft can never go away from fully entertainment. So that was their entertainment purposes. They couldn't talk about TV or any or their apps.
Well,
So
I
they
mean,
had
I enjoyed it.
it wasn't bad, but I thought that well. Then again, the argument could be they needed to use that to get through the set the new demos up or whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Well,
want games. Do games. Come on.
I would say they definitely needed to set this one up, but we didn't get a demo. All we sadly got was a trailer, and that was for Dragon Age Inquisition.
Didn't they show? Did they do a gameplay demo at all during E3 about that?
I think they did during EA.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure they did at EA. But at Microsoft, all we got was a trailer and a date. They gave us October 7th. I don't know if we knew that already or not.
Oh, okay.
I haven't really been following it that closely. But we got the trailer and then that was it. But then we get a full demo. Are you leaving the video?
Now I'm closing the blind because
Uh-oh.
it's sun's glaring.
Okay. I
I'm
thought you were
leaving.
bailing on me already. We're not even through one conference and you're already out.
I'm like,
In the interest of time.
in the interest of time.
In the interest of time, let's jump to Nintendo. No,
Fuck that.
let's
You got
not
some
jump to
good stuff,
Nintendo ever.
though.
Um,
Today.
so Sunset Overdrive was next. Xbox One exclusive. Um, hopefully one day it'll come out to PC. I'd like to play it. So Ted Price from Insomniac comes out, and slowly my Sony heart breaks a little. Because Insomniac was always PlayStation, man. And it hurts. Um, it's funny because I actually wrote here that it looks like a mixture of Crackdown and Jet Set Radio. But we'll save that for later. He shows a boss battle against a Herker. And then they announced that it has 8-player co-op mode. 8 fucking players. I didn't even know the Xbox One could have 8 players.
I think you can add up to 8 controllers to one Xbox. I think.
That's
Or is
crazy.
it 6? 6 or 8 controllers. I forget which one. It's one of the two.
That's a big jump from 4.
Yeah. But why would I need 8 for?
Maybe you got 7 friends that want to play. I don't know if it's couch co-op. It might just be online.
I'm thinking it's online.
October 28th date was announced. The trailer was actually funny because it started out with like a war first-person shooter type game. Not really first-person, I guess. But like a Call of Duty or Battlefield type game. And he's like hiding behind a crate, like taking cover, which you can't really do in those games. Besides just ducking, there's no like actual cover system. At least, not to my knowledge.
Not that I noticed.
I don't think either one of them have that.
I don't think you can. You might be able to crouch and go behind cover, but I don't think they
I know
do.
you can crouch, but there's no like hit A for cover like a Gears of War style,
No.
where you could like blind fire over your head. That'd be sick. So I thought the game was great, but then the main character of the game, busts through the door and he's like, I forget what he says. Damn it, I meant to write it down. He makes
I know
fun
they
of him for
leaked.
like hiding behind the crate for
Yeah.
cover, and then he just busts down the room and kills all the enemies, and then we get the actual gameplay trailer or gameplay demo, and I thought it, I thought it looked fantastic. Like this is one of my games that I was like looking forward to, so I'm really hoping it comes to PC because I don't want to buy an Xbox One.
Well, I know Phil Spencer has said that he does agree that they need to bring more Xbox games to PC, like they neglected.
They do.
It's a very good possibility that it could come to it because he said that they are going to try to get better about that.
I mean, the next game we're talking about here is coming to PC pretty soon, but we'll get to that. So Sunset Overdrive, are you looking forward to it at all? Having an
Yeah,
Xbox One in your room?
oh, it's my brother's, but still, at least it's in my room for the time being.
Possession
Um,
is 9/10 of the law.
exactly. So, admittedly, when I saw it last year, I was not a fan.
Yeah, last year I didn't like it.
No, last year I said this is going to be the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Microsoft, what are you doing? But after seeing the gameplay demo, my brother and I was sitting there discussing what does it resemble, and to me, with him doing like the rail, like hook, he did that like the hook rail thing when he was going around the park.
Yeah,
I'm like, it gives me the vibe of Tony Hawk Pro Skater
yeah.
meets Left 4 Dead is what I thought originally
Left
when
4
I was
Dead.
watching it. It was just it was interesting to watch how it played out, but knowing that you can add all these people to play with you now, I'm like, I like the idea. I mean, again, it looks more fun, and
Yeah, it's got
I
like
mean,
a lot of comedy to it.
it had a lot of color to it too. So I mean, it was a very vibrant looking game too. Like
Yeah.
it didn't look dungy. Like it actually looked pretty good. So I mean, again, I'm very excited. I mean, gameplay looks pretty fluid too. I mean, I like the idea of what they did, and there's a lot of enemies on screen at one time too. I noticed. So it was one of those games that went from I could care less to I'm interested in it. I don't think it's gonna be a $60 title for me. It'll
I
probably be
hope
something.
not.
I
I hope
don't
it's
know if I could
not.
justify a $60 title, $60 price point for the title. So I mean, again, it'd probably be something where I can get like for 30 or 40. I'd feel justified at safe.
Yeah.
But again, interest could change over time, and it could actually become something I need on day one. But right now, it hasn't met that, but it's gone pretty far. I mean, it's a lot better than I expected, and it looks great. It really does.
I mean, they have until October 28th to convince you, so.
Yeah, it takes a lot of convincing.
So the next thing they show, and this had me literally laughing my ass off. A Dead Rising 3 trailer starts up, and it
Yes.
shows Frank, Chuck, and Annie, as well as the guy from Dead Rising 3. I cannot remember his name. I haven't played it. That is coming to PC though. That's the game I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's coming to PC soon. So that's gonna be awesome. I love Dead Rising. It's for the 31st. I'm not mispronouncing that. The 31st anniversary. It's a DLC. It's out now. Actually, it's $10.
Yeah, it came out yesterday.
It's called the Super Dead Rising 3 Ultra Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha. Capcom has trolled the shit out of themselves. Because everybody's always making fun of them because they release all these Street Fighter games, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter EX Plus, Street Fighter Hyper Edition, Arcade Remix. So it was just, I saw that and I just started laughing my ass off. It was hilarious. What time is it? It is 4:03.
702.
It's still that light out at your house? It's 7:02?
Yeah, it won't get darker by 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Welcome to the East Coast.
I need to move to the East Coast.
Yeah, but you're right.
Ah.
It did look good. I mean, I like the idea. I mean, I rolled during the entire trailer, and I like how you can have like Street Fighter character costumes.
Oh, it was awesome, dude. They
It
had
was-
like
it was
freaking
great.
Ryu doing the Hadouken. It was.
I know. I was sitting there going, do the Hadouken. And about the time he did it, I just start rolling. I was like, that was the greatest thing they could have did. I mean, they made fun of themselves, but then I thought it was a joke at first. I really did. And then when they're like, the DLC's out today, I'm like,
I thought it was gonna be like a separate game, like how they did like with like Dead Rising Zero.
yeah, I thought it was gonna be an arcade title. I really
I
did.
thought they were gonna do that, but then they said it was a DLC. So
I mean, I
I
thought
mean-
it was great. I mean, it was great for comical relief.
I'll
I mean,
take it, man.
yeah, exactly. I'm sure you'll get that on PC. so
If
you'll
that
be
if they
excited.
release that on PC, that's gonna get bought up real quick by me.
I thought that was a really big win for the. I thought it was a win. Like to me as a gamer, I just rolled. I'm like, that is great. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's like catering to your fan base technically, if you think about it. They did it for the fans. I mean, I thought that was great.
That trolling though was epic.
Yes.
So then next we have Harmonix coming out with what I believe is the only mention of Kinect in this entire conference.
You're correct.
when they came out and announced Disney Fantasia Music Evolved. And they didn't show anything about it. They just gave us
Yeah.
the name. That was it.
And a release date, didn't they?
Did
Didn't they give us a
they
release date?
did they give us a release date?
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they gave the release date because I know in the email they gave me a release date about it a couple of days ago. So I'm pretty sure they probably touched on it again
Oh,
because I
okay.
get the Harmon X newsletter.
Oh, okay. Well, they also announced Dance Central Spotlight, which is going to be
Yes,
a downloadable title,
I'm
and
excited.
I remember them saying that that comes out this September. So,
I'm only
I
get 10
mean,
songs on
they
it.
might have been talking about both, or I might have missed the release date.
I think I know. I'm pretty sure they touched on the Disney Fantasia, but I know the new Dance Central comes out in September, and it only comes
Yeah.
with 10 songs, and you can buy the songs a la carte if you choose. But any song you bought from a previous Dance Central game, like from the store, it will port over for free automatically.
Oh,
And
that's
I
cool.
bought I've bought a lot of songs through my time because I'm a huge Dance Central fan. You know that.
Yeah.
So I've had Dance Central 1, 2, and 3. So I've bought a lot of songs over my time. So all my songs will port over automatically. I won't have to do nothing. So I'm very happy. The only thing I'm curious about, I hope they do touch on eventually, is I've moved songs from 1, 2 to 3. Like when you can port
That's what
every
I was
sound
just going to
effect.
ask you.
I'm just curious, are they going to? Because I paid for that every time,
Yeah.
and I got my key card from Dance Central 3 still. I sold Dance Central 3. I still have the key card for that. So I'm wondering if they're going to let me pay to move all the Dance Central 3 tracks, and I'll have a mass collection of a library then.
Yeah.
But my only curiosity is that they're going to charge a lot for this. If for, only 10 songs, I can't justify spending anything over 20, $25 for that for only 10 songs.
For that, I can't see that being over like $10, maybe 15 at the most.
I mean, I'd go 20 because again, I love Dance Central and it normally delivers.
Yeah.
But anything over that, I will not pay because again, to me, it's not going to be worth it. Considering I get 50 or 60 songs per game, paying $60, or you normally get even more than that normally. You get like 80 songs, I think, per game. I don't remember. I haven't played in a while.
I only played the first two games, so and I sucked ass at them.
I was dancing on experts. I mean, I got good.
Damn. So then next was a game that should have been a bathroom break for me, and probably for a lot of people at this point. Fable Legends, they announced.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Uh, four player co-op, I believe.
Yep,
I did
correct.
see I did see four characters. Uh, Multiplayer beta this fall. Uh, Obviously only on Xbox One.
Only on Xbox One.
Yeah, you can keep that one. I'll allow you to keep that title.
Xbox One.
Um, Anything?
Um,
I haven't had any interest in Fable like ever.
I played Fable 3 since I got it for free last summer when they announced games with gold.
I heard that was the worst one.
Trust me, I got so bored of it. Okay, the only thing I do think is interesting, four-player co-op is okay, but you can have somebody play as like like the villain of the game, and like they can like keep spawning enemies in your way. Like it adds more to it.
Oh yeah.
But my one problem with it is it like is like the main villain like as you're controlling it and putting enemies here or blocking ways? Are you limited to doing so much of it? Because again, what happens if you get a dick come into your game and they keep spamming it and like you can't progress because they keep blocking your way with stuff? Like what if they break the game? I wonder if they're going to do something to ensure that don't happen, or they
I'm sure they probably
spam so
limit
many
it
enemies.
somehow.
Yeah, like they spam so many enemies where you can't walk. You destroy something and you try to go forward, and like there's more. Like they keep doing that. So
Yeah.
I'm just curious how they're going to work on that. But I mean, it's a very interesting idea. It really is.
Thought I
But
just
we'll
heard
see.
like a Facebook notification. I don't even have Facebook open. Um, so after that we get another video. The video package thing that I mentioned earlier. This time it's hybrid games, and I can't even remember what the hell they talked about in this one. I don't know why I didn't write it down. It's
Because it
weird.
probably wasn't worth mentioning.
uh, One thing I want to point out: this year seemed to be like the year of like the co-op.
Yeah,
A lot of co-op this year. That
Microsoft
seemed to be
worked
like
on
the
it.
theme of E3.
Yeah, I agree fully with that. Which I mean, again, that's not a bad thing either.
Like last year, it was really big on hardware because we had the Xbox One coming out, the PS4 was shown for the first time, so it was all hardware last year. This year, it was like major co-op. I wonder if anybody's going to be couch co-op though.
Oops,
We'll see. We will see. Like I said, I didn't watch Nintendo, so.
no, I did. You're going to be in treat later.
But up next, we get a game that I personally think is going to be one, if they do it right, one of the best games to come out in the last 15 years probably with Project Spark. I think that this game could potentially inspire the next generation of indie game developers. You know,
Hmm.
some 15, 16-year-old kid picks up this game, plays it for 3 or 4 years, and then he goes and develops the next Braid or Limbo.
Do you run Windows 8?
I do not run Windows 7.
Because you know there is a beta for it. Because I'm in the Xbox One beta.
Is that coming to PC?
It already is on PC, but you have to have Windows 8 to play it.
Oh,
The PC beta has been a long time ago. It's been going on.
I did not
I
know
want to say
that was on
maybe since
PC.
last year. Maybe. Yeah, it was shortly after E3 when they launched last year when the PC beta happened. I mean, again, a lot of the stuff isn't available yet because they're still building it apparently.
Yeah.
But it is a very interesting concept. You got to have a lot of time and a lot of patience to build your world. I mean, it's not bad, but again, I get bored of it very quickly because again, I don't have the patience to sit around and create stuff.
I mean, done right, this could be like a grown-up like Left 4 Dead, Little Big Planet.
Yeah, exactly. This is probably Microsoft's answer to Little Big Planet to a sense.
Yeah.
And the one thing I loved and I marked out for was Conquer at the end. Yes, Conquer appeared at the end. I was like, I was off my recliner screaming at the TV. Finally, until I realized it says Conquer is coming to Project Spark. I'm like, no, give him his own game.
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah, I wonder if
now we could get 27 new Conquer games.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder if because Phil Spencer he was very cryptic about it earlier. He said that you'll see. He made it. He hinted about Conquer earlier in the show, but he didn't use the name Conquer. He said about an orange. He said orange ball. So we
Orange
saw.
Ball?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the analogy he used, but he said that during one of the trilogy you'll see something orange, like an orange light or something. He made a very cryptic comment, and I remember saying, "Wouldn't it be funny if it was Conquer?" Because I want Conquer so bad. Because every E3 I want Conquer or a new Banjo Kazooie, not nuts and bolts, but I want Banjo 3 because I love Banjo Kazooie. So I wanted something like that, and then at the end when he chainsawed it, I'm like, yes, he's going to chainsaw it. He's going to kill Project Spark, and we're going to go to the new Conquer game. Yeah, he's going to kill it. We're going to go to
Microsoft shut down that whole studio.
Yeah, now we're going to go to the new Conquer game, and it says Conquer is coming to Project Spark. But I just wonder if they wanted to see the reaction Conquer would get though, in case they would ever want to spin him off to his own game again.
Yeah.
I was just curious if that's what they were doing in the long run. So I'm very interested to see how that's going to work. But I was very excited.
I'm also curious if any other characters are going to show up in that game.
Only thing I can figure, in Conquer, I could see Banjo turn up sometime. I wouldn't be surprised if they even bring in like Viva Pinata characters and stuff like that at some point. I look for them to bring a lot of the old Cameo, for instance. One of the original launch titles for the Xbox 360.
I thought we were going to get a new Viva Pinata.
I hated Viva Pinata. I got tired of watering my damn
Are you
plants.
out of your mind? That was amazing.
No, I got tired of attending my garden and flowering my plants. I'm not playing fucking Farmville.
It's a grown-up Farmville with pinatas. I used to beat the shit out of those things with the shovel. It was amazing. I was like a pinata god in that game.
I didn't have the patience.
That game came with God mode activated already.
I only played to get a couple of achievements and I've rage traded it.
So did I. I got like a couple of achievements and I stopped.
It was worth it.
So then we get a trailer for Moon Studios' new side-scrolling platformer, Ori, I believe it's Ori, and the Blind Forest.
Is that supposed to be like the Limbo? It looks like Limbo. Or am I thinking something else?
Now this is the one with how do I even? Here, let me go on my phone and see if I can find like a picture of it. I know if you see it, it'll refresh your memory.
Yeah, if I see it, because I mean, there's some things I watched the whole conference, but you know, there's some things that just slip your mind.
Yeah.
It was probably one of those things where I just didn't care. I don't mean to be. That's not like to be a negative.
I honestly I saw it and I was just like, okay.
No, I'll admit, I sat there the entire time and I'm like, new Gears of War teaser, come on, Microsoft should. Since they owned the IP, I was like, come on, give me a Gears of War teaser. And then I was more or less sitting going, let that Master Chief Collection be real. Come on, Microsoft, show me the Halo Master Chief Collection. Come on. And I sat there, and everything that come up, I'm like, Jesus, get off my screen and move on, you know, because I was like very impatient because I was curious if it was true or not.
It was the one with these characters.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I call them
That was the one that they announced.
the gorilla looking things.
Yeah. It seemed weird and out of place to me. Maybe it'll be better when it comes out. I can't
Yeah,
play it though because apparently it's only on Xbox One.
and trust me, not many people's gonna buy it on Xbox One.
Well, then
Because
maybe I'll get a PC version
I look for that to be a free Games with Gold at some point.
the day it launches.
Damn.
The game never makes a dime.
Right there, Games for Gold, December, right there.
So then we get another video. This time for game characters. This is a theme going throughout. They showed a lot of these videos,
Yep.
but I found them entertaining because they were all about games. It wasn't about an app or a smart glass or anything else. At least it was all about the games.
That makes me sad though.
So then after that, we hear the druids echoing. And I was like, oh, the Undertaker's coming out.
Yes, thank you. You knew I was thinking it. You had to know I was thinking that. Like, Undertaker's returning at E3. Then you hear, my client, Brock Lesnar. Right? And then you see like 21 and 1 up on the screen. And you see
I'd cry.
Oh, product placement, Xbox
I'd
Smart
cry.
Glass.
Oh, God.
Oh, we can't sign you in right now. Oops.
Good. Good.
Sorry, failed product placement.
Good.
Okay,
That's a Microsoft
okay,
product
well,
for you.
Okay, well, it's a Windows Phone. Product placement, there you go. I figured I would do that.
Samsung S4, buddy.
I had to do my product placement, you know me.
With the Batman wallpaper.
Alright, so you're talking about the druids. Oh.
And then we see him. The
The
Big
Undertaker.
Daddy, Master Chief.
Chiefy Cheaperson.
Best thing about this whole trailer, Keith David was narrating it. Anything Keith David narrates, he's like, it's like having Morgan Freeman narrate something. It's gonna be a win. So it's a trailer about the past. I mean, they literally did say past in the trailer.
It was a mashup, yeah.
So I just assumed as I was typing up the stuff for the notes, it was going to be about the collection. And it was. The Master Chief Collection. Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4. Halo 1 and 2. Well, 1 is obviously the Anniversary Edition that came out last year? Year before.
Yeah, it came out before Halo 4. Halo 4 came out in 2013?
I think 2013. So
Yeah, so this would have been
2012.
Yeah.
Um,
Does that have it? Yeah.
and then Halo 2, I believe, is going to be remastered.
It's the anniversary of it, so they'll be remastered, yes.
Yeah. No reason to remaster Halo 3 and 4. Those were 360 games. Comes out November 11th. I don't know if I mentioned that or not.
No.
Coolest thing to me about this, a single unified interface. Everything's unlocked from the start. You don't have to worry about unlocking anything. You see 4 blades. Yes, I said blades, and I'm talking about an Xbox product. Bring back the blade dashboard.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Thank you.
You have Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4. Underneath them, I did see 0 out of 10 for Halo 1, 3, and 4, and 0 out of 15 for Halo 2.
I think that's how many missions are in each one is what I'm taking.
Is it missions?
I'm pretty sure, because I knew Halo 2 was a little bit longer because it had mixed between Master Chief and Arbiter missions.
Oh, okay. I only played Halo 1 and 3.
Well, you played Halo 3.
Yeah.
I
I played 1, 3, and Reach.
Because I left you in the ring, and then you
Yeah.
got in Halo Reach.
Well, no, that was 3.
No, you killed me on Halo Reach.
Oh,
You
yeah, I did player murder you on Halo Reach. Playlists that they have bring everything together from all 4 games. At least that's the way I understood it.
Every game will have its original multiplayer.
Yeah.
So Halo 2, even though it's been remastered, you can play the original Halo 2 multiplayer. Halo 1 for the first time will have its multiplayer able to be played on Xbox Live. Halo 1 and 2 will have 2-player co-op for the first time ever also. And there's I think they said every Halo map ever made will be included in this. I think I heard everything except for 2 of the Vista maps will be included. But then I heard
the ones on PC.
Then I heard Frank O'Connor said something about Halo 2. Those 2 maps will be included now. So there'll be over 100 multiplayer maps.
Over 100.
there'll be 45 campaign missions and the 50 Spartan Ops missions from Halo 4, and it'll all retail pretty much for $60. But the thing that I thought was great was certain, I want to say certain affinities helping with the port, but the place, I forget the name of it. They're redoing the cutscenes for Halo Anniversary 2, and I showed you some screenshots of that, didn't I? I sent to you earlier on Facebook, but
Did you?
didn't I tell you about it? Yeah, I sent you a link and a message on Facebook earlier. I wanted you to look at it before we did this today. But
Oh, damn, I guess I failed on that one.
it's on Halo Waypoint also, but they show you like how they did it like between like some of the character models and the cutscenes, like how they really beefed it up. I mean, it looks really, really, really good.
Trying to load it up right now. Oh yeah, you did. I didn't even see that.
All right, I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. Oops, wrong thing. Oh no, right thing. Damn it. I hate it when I do that. New era for Halo, Halo Master Chief Collection Media, 2 anniversary comparisons. That is pretty damn good. It's definitely HDified. Wish that there was a way to scroll through and show you guys. Okay, so while he's gone, as he's coming back right now.
Sorry about that. I had to feed the dog.
No problem.
He needed to eat. He's a starving puppy, as you saw
That
earlier.
that was pretty insane.
What?
The pictures.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can tell they put a lot of work into it, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's just a simple port." I don't. It's not a simple port.
Nah,
Like people
it's
think it is.
it's a remastering for
But
sure.
but the one thing they do touch on every 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be in 1080p, and it will
60
be
frames per second.
60 frames per second. And they said Halo 3 and Halo 4 won't get touched, as in like like doing any graphical upgrades.
Yeah.
But the resolution will be up. But Frank O'Connor has even said that Halo 3 looks pretty good for not being really touched. But he said, because I don't know if you've ever seen Halo 4, but Halo 4, they did amazing on that, looking on old hardware. Halo 4 looked great. And he said there's a lot of things on Halo 4 that are now visible because of the new hardware. And he says that even looks a lot better than it did. And Halo 4 was a beautiful game to begin with.
Yeah. They do a 4-player live demo of it, and there is a live teabagging
Well, of course there's going to be a lot of teabagging. That's
on
fan service right there.
on TV.
Yeah. I'm very excited about the Master Chief Collection now.
Like you said, over 100 maps, all running. One other thing is the Halo 2 remastered edition. One button push, you could be playing classic.
Yeah, and they touched up on this because you can do that with the anniversary edition for Halo 1.
Yeah.
But like it takes like a second for it to load. But he said with it being the newer hardware, he goes, it does it in real time. You can even do it with the cutscenes. So even if they have the brand new cutscenes with like certain affinities done or whoever it is, they said you hit it during the cutscene and like it'll cut right back to the old cutscene, and it happens in real time. It don't need to pause or anything. So it's really neat how they did it.
That's really cool.
So it is great. I mean, for $60, I think it's a hell of a steal. It really is.
I wish all these remastered games that are coming out would do that. Just so
And
you could see the difference, you know?
yeah, and they did touch on that they're adding an epilogue and a prologue to Halo 2 Anniversary that will tie into Halo 5. And they touched on something else, if I remember.
Are you
I
talking
forget.
about Halo Nightfall?
No, well,
Oh.
I know Nightfall's included in the Halo 5 beta, but
Yeah.
remember they did something else with it. But again, for the value of what you're paying, I mean, it's a great deal. It really is.
Oh, yeah. All 4 games, everything like that. 4,000 gamer score.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Each game has 1,000 gamer score. So again, that's the most an Xbox game has ever come with. So
Yeah.
even though each one only has 1,000, but still, it's the point. 4,000 in one box is a great deal. It really is.
For $60. I don't even like Halo, and I would buy it if I had an Xbox One.
Well, the thing about people don't realize too, Halo Anniversary 2 has been people love the Halo 2 multiplayer. So again, when they brought that back, to me, in a sense, they've won me right there. Because again, I love the Halo 2 multiplayer. I've logged so many hours doing that.
I logged like an hour.
You logged an hour.
Yeah. I
Uh,
just... I came from from Call of Duty to that, so it was just that era had already passed me by.
Real quick before we go on, did they ever announce the truth behind Call of Duty Modern Warfare series that's been rumored when they're doing like Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 on one disc? Has that been confirmed or is that still rumored?
I haven't even heard that.
You didn't hear about
Really?
that?
No.
Yeah, the rumor. Yeah, I think there was even box art I saw. The rumor was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. Well, Modern Warfare. Well, Call of Duty 4. Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 was all gonna be on one disc
For like the next gen?
for
For like
Xbox
Xbox One?
One. Yeah, let me look it up. I'll see if I can find anything on it. But I know I've heard it's been the rumor going around. I thought they announced it by now.
I haven't even heard about that. Um, Another thing that they did announce, the Halo 5 beta launches in December. So
Yes.
when you'll be able to play that for all the listeners out there. And for you, I'm sure you'll play it.
Yes, I will. Yeah, it starts December 27th, and I think it runs to the January 17th is what they say.
Oh, okay, damn.
Apparently, apparently they'll
Now
come
we have
back to
official
years.
dates.
Well, that's what apparently the trailer said. From what I'm seeing, the Call of Duty, it's called the Modern Warfare Collection. It was supposed to be all the games were supposed to be rendered in full 1080p at 60 frames per second. And it was supposed to come out 11/25 of 2014. And was supposed to come with stuff for the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, but apparently it's fake. Apparently it's been confirmed fake, but I'm not getting any confirmation. That's what I'm just seeing. It's rumored still.
Damn.
Kind of bummed because I
I'd
would have
play
bought that.
that.
I love Call of Duty 4. That nuke, man,
Call of Duty 4 was epic, man. That
that's
was a
been
game that completely just
changed
changed
everything.
all first-person shooters.
Yes.
And I mean, we loved it back then, but look what it's spawned now. A freaking Call of Duty every year. Now we're getting a Battlefield every year.
Well,
They still haven't even fixed Battlefield 4, and Hardline's
yeah.
coming out. I mean, I don't
Don't
know.
get me started on it.
I have the beta. I haven't played it yet.
I have the beta. I just haven't downloaded it yet.
Are you gonna play it?
Probably to see how broken it is, like Battlefield 4 still is.
You have it on PC?
What on
The
PC?
the beta.
Yeah, I just got to log in my Origin account and download it.
Oh damn. We should check that out together then. So then after everything from Halo, Phil Spencer comes back out wearing a Limbo t-shirt. Nice. Love Limbo. Um, I wrote, nice. I really like this guy. He seems like a cool dude to me. Way better than that Don Matrick guy.
Don Magic was a dick.
Everything's shown. He comes out and he announces that everything's shown previous to him coming out just now will be out in 2014, and everything that he shows after this will be 2015 and beyond. So the next game is from the Limbo creators. Is this it right? Yeah, Playdead is the one doing this. It says early 2015. It's called Inside. You remember this?
Yes, I remember this now. Yeah, because I'm like, is it Limbo 2? My brother's like, no. I said, well, it's Limbo 2.
It looks very Limbo HD-esque.
Yes, they should just call it Limbo 2 and just get it over with.
I'm definitely gonna play it. I
Never got
loved
the first one,
Limbo.
though.
Limbo to me was a really epic indie game. Um, yeah, that was all I wrote about that. I don't know if you wanted to add anything.
No, you pretty much know me. I thought it looked interesting, but
They have color now. The color red.
yeah. Just get back to the original black and white and get Limbo 2 and be happy.
We go next gen and we finally get the color red. So then the director guy, I did not write down his name, for ID at Xbox comes out. Which I'm pretty sure I read that it was independent developers at Xbox. Is that
Yep.
what the ID stands for?
Yep.
So he announces something. I didn't catch it all because he was talking fast, and I was trying to type it out and listen and watch, and I was just mind was being blown the whole time. Self-publishing on Xbox One with all the features, including live, smart glass, 8 players, all the features that are available to the big companies that make the $200 million games. except for the money. That's not available. They show multiple games. I don't know why I didn't write any of them down. Um, what was that? Was that me?
No, that was me.
Oh.
I know a game you skipped over.
Oh, we skipped over a game? Did we?
Division. I thought they showed the Division earlier in the thing. Microsoft showed the Division, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they did.
Oh no, we haven't got there yet.
I thought that was earlier in the thing.
No, because that's coming
I'm
out 2015.
Oh, that's right. I must not have been paying attention when I was watching.
Yeah. Um,
Oops.
it didn't spoil anything. It's just a trailer.
Spoiler alert!
Um, so I mean, Xbox finally realizing that indie is the big thing now. Which that was the whole thing in Indie Game the movie where they actually like they weren't into the whole indie scene. Like Phil Fish, the guy that made Fez, Team Meat, the guys that made Super Meat Boy, they had a lot of trouble getting their games on Xbox. But now that appears to be not the issue anymore. So
Yeah, those days are over.
thankfully, that's a good thing for the players and the indie developers out there. So then we get another video. This time for favorite games. And then we skip over that and we get a trailer with like a psychiatrist type of guy talking to a woman in a hood. And then it cuts to like her jumping over something, and right when she jumps, I hear her go, "Ah!" And I'm like, Laura Croft. I know that freaking grunt. And sure as shit, she takes the hood off, and it's Laura, or Lara.
I like that. I heard the grunt.
I did. As soon as she jumped, she did. Ah! I was like, that's the grunt from freaking Tomb Raider.
Did you know they announced the last Guardian 2 also at E3? You got the new one for Xbox One, the one the trailer they showed, and during the E3 after show that was on Spike TV, they were showing you a gameplay demo. It's a 4-player co-op one now. It's remember the games were gold when we just got the Last Guardian? They announced the sequel to that.
What? What the fuck?
You
We haven't
didn't
even
know
got The
that?
Last Guardian 1.
Okay, maybe I got the name wrong. Let me check. Hold on. Which one did we just get with games with gold?
Last Guardian, wasn't that Dark Souls?
No. Keep talking. I'll find it.
Okay. Last Guardian is a PlayStation game that's been like in development for like 8 years.
The game that is no longer alive. By the way, we'll get to that.
No, that's just IGN
Oh,
misreported
that's
that.
it. Lara Croft and the Guardian Light. That is it. They
Oh,
announced
okay.
the second.
The
Did you know that?
Guardian- I was like, they did?
Yeah. Yeah. They announced the second one there. Yeah.
I did not
It'll
know
be
that.
4-player co-op now. It's for Xbox. I know they announced it on Xbox One.
No PC announcement?
They could have. I didn't hear it.
That's all I got, bro. I got my PC and I got this, and that's all I got.
I didn't because I was because I was in and out of my room when it was going on, so I didn't get to hear the whole thing. But they announced because they said they had 2 Tomb Raider reveals. They didn't show
Oh,
the
okay.
Guardian of Light, but they did show the other one you're talking about. And again, Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider. That's the name of it.
Yeah, I'm very interested because I love Tomb Raider, the reboot. It was
It was
excellent. all around.
awesome. I can't believe I talked trash about that game.
Same with me.
when they
I was like,
announced
that's
it.
good. I thought it was gonna be terrible, but I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I didn't want it to end.
You guys can go back and watch me make an ass out of myself in my 2013 video that I did for
Somebody could
E3.
Have one of your viewers make a montage of it.
They should, totally.
Montage.
Because I got that game on PC for free with my graphics card, and that easily became my favorite game that I got. Like, at that time. I had a lot of games on Steam at that time. But I loved it. I can't wait to see more of it, of Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be very promising.
It does suck that it's a 2015 game, though. I would have
Yes.
loved it to come out this year. But take their time with it, make it as good as possible, and then bring it out. So then next was the Big Daddy, for me anyway. I don't know about you. CD Projekt Red came out to show off Witcher 3 Wild Hunts. I don't know if you ever played Witcher 2 on Xbox.
Never, but it looked good. It did. But I didn't any interest.
It's a hard ass game. It's a very, very hard game. Not like Dark Souls hard, but Yeah. They do a live gameplay demo. Uh, Maybe it was just the stream at that time. I thought it didn't look that great on the Xbox.
It depends on how long it's been in development. I mean, if it's going to get beefed up towards the end, or if it could have been a little shaky, but it's hard to say.
I mean, they showed a trailer before E3 for, I'm pretty sure it was running on PC, and it just looked fucking outrageous. Like, that game would blow up my PC if I tried to run that at the high settings.
I'm sorry to do this to you, but like how Watch Dogs did.
Fuck Watch Dogs.
I knew it.
Fuck that game, dude.
Sorry, I had to go there. You knew it. I heard a lot of raging from that.
Fucking Ubisoft, man. They lie to us, dude. They lie. Which is why I can't get excited. We'll get to that. Um, One thing that was cool in this one, since it is Wild Hunts, that's the subtitle for it. Tired?
Yeah, I am tired actually.
As my dog goes nuts. Um, the hell's she barking at? He sees like a griffin off in the distance and shoots a crossbow bolt at it, and then he has to follow the trails of blood to find out where it went. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. As my dog continues to go insane. So then I didn't write down the company that came out to discuss this. It was the ones that did Killer Instinct.
Yeah, a new studio took over. They're doing season 2.
Yeah. Well, that's not what they announced though.
Well, yeah, but I know they. I don't know if did you hear that they announced season 2 though?
I saw something about that.
Yeah, that was confirmed that they're doing season 2. I didn't
Yeah.
read much about it, but I know. Yeah, you're talking about the company that counted that.
But he came out and he was like, "Oh, we should bring back another game to do for like the new consoles." And instantly, like, I'm running through my mind, like, what the fuck could they announce right now? And it ended up being Phantom Dust.
No, thank you.
I never had an Xbox. I was gonna say Xbox One, an original Xbox, if
I
you
had one
will.
of those. I still didn't have it.
It's a weird looking game. I didn't understand it at all, so I zoned out. But then I came right back because we had another video shown for hours played.
The counts.
And then what you mentioned before, Massive came out to show a trailer for The Division. New content first on Xbox One,
Like always.
which is weird because Ubisoft is known for their PlayStation support. If you go look at their games, every game that they bring out pretty much has a sticker on it that says exclusive content PS3. Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs both got like hour-long missions on PS3. So it's a little weird for Ubisoft to be supporting Microsoft like this.
But isn't the DLC though that was exclusive to the PS3 going to eventually come to 360 over time and Xbox One? From what I've understood, I don't know if it's true. I've heard that, but
I don't know. I've never owned a game from them on both systems.
oh, okay.
Like I bought Assassin's Creed 2 on PS3 because when that game came out, I only had a PS3. My Xbox had broke. I bought the ones that followed that on Xbox 360, and then I bought 3 on PlayStation because of that exclusive stuff. And then 4 I got when I was on PC only. So I can neither confirm nor deny that. But it does come out in 2015. I'm iffy about it because of how much Ubisoft lies. Is this game gonna look this good when it comes out?
This is actually one game I'm excited about.
I'm really excited about it, but I don't want to be lied to again.
I mean, Watch Dogs. I know. I mean, again, I had a lot of hype for that, but after I saw the Xbox 360 version looks brutal. I wouldn't buy
I
it.
mean, that's
Again,
expected.
well, yeah, but I mean, again,
Watch Dogs looks
Grand
horrible on
Theft
last gen.
Auto looked beautiful on Xbox 360. I mean, again,
It
I
did.
thought
That game pushed the limits.
yeah, and I thought Watch Dogs would do something similar to try. What did they need all this extra development time for then?
To freaking downgrade the graphics completely. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Like, if you go back and watch like the E3 2012 demo,
Yeah, it was
and
so
then
much
you
different.
watch like
Yeah.
the stuff that came out before the game launched, dude, it's like night and day.
Yep, it is. It's a big change.
Plus, I'm running an AMD CPU and my graphics card on my computer, and because their deals with Nvidia, I have trouble running that game. I get like stutters. It's stupid.
The game is a stutter in itself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it now it plays mostly fine.
Mostly fine.
Mostly. Um, a far cry from where it was on launch day. I couldn't even get that game to freaking open.
Oh, I knew that all too well.
Being an Xbox fan.
Being the Xbox fan over here, but getting the text messages nonstop.
Oh man.
What the hell is this shit, bro? I can't get in. Oh,
Seriously,
my
dude.
computer. Steve's so mad.
I was raging, dude, because like that game to me. Okay, when I got like this is all for like YouTube. When I got like Assassin's Creed 2 and I
Yeah.
put the entire thing on YouTube, like that game pretty much like launched my YouTube into like I don't want to say where I am now, but to like new heights that I didn't think I would ever get to on YouTube. So I was thinking like Watch Dogs is going to be a big game. It obviously was because it sold great. And there's obviously going to be a sequel
Of
because
course.
it's so sequel baited. But I thought
That's
that
better
this would have been
graphics.
like a game to like take me to even more new heights on YouTube. And then they fucked me over and I can't even play it the first day that it comes out. There's people that were playing that game 2 weeks before it came out on YouTube, so I knew that my numbers were gonna take a hit.
Well, of course, but just look at it this way. Next time, it'll even have better graphics.
Yeah.
It can't go any
Watch
worse from
Dogs
here.
2. We're not gonna lie to you guys this time.
This time we are for real.
So anyway, enough ranting. Platinum Games comes out next to announce their Xbox One exclusive Scalebound, the one with the I don't know snarky Game of Thrones looking character with the
Was that the
headphones.
dragon?
Yeah, the dragon.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Uh, Scale wise, it looks amazing,
Yeah.
but I don't know. The character kind of took me out of it.
I, I just don't care.
The way he was like he shot like an arrow or something, then he was like, yeah. He put on his headphones and he turned around and he was like, oh shit. Like
Yeah, I agree.
after that I was just like, okay.
It
But
kind
then
of
that
killed it. Killed the
then
movie.
that freaking like 10-headed monster came out and I was like, oh okay.
Then you're like, yeah, I'm back. It's okay. I just,
I'll check it out one day.
I just don't get into. I can't get into the whole futuristic thing. I mean, like it seemed like at Microsoft's conference they had 2 or 3 games like that.
Yeah.
To me, the whole market is so crowded for that. And again,
Call of Duty.
great. I mean, every game can be Call of Duty, but at the end of the day, it's like it seems like the market when they get those kind of games, they're so flooded with that one specific genre.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't care for those too much.
Yeah, I'll stick with Skyrim for my dragons.
Call of Duty and Battlefield.
And of course, Dragon Age. So then the last game was announced, and we know what it was. Everybody that watched knows what it was.
It definitely wasn't Gears of War.
Apparently, I was the only one I know that got really fucking excited for this game. Besides you.
I did too.
Besides you. But like people on Facebook, like this didn't blow up at all. But for me, I was marking out
You and me both.
because Cloud Jin, I think it's Cloud Jin. It's a really weird spelling. Cloud Gina. Cloud Vagina comes out.
I can't believe you said that.
I'll say anything. Uh, this one made me cry. Xbox One exclusive, obviously.
It's good to be home.
It is with the team that made the original game, not the second game, because the second game wasn't as good, apparently. But it's a new Crackdown.
Yes.
A new fucking Crackdown. Damn it. What the fuck, man? I don't want to have to buy an Xbox One. But I am huge into Crackdown, and I want to play that.
Crackdown 2 was a letdown. Honestly, I didn't like the whole
It
zombie
was.
thing they
The
did.
zombie thing killed it.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was kind of a letdown. But when I saw that and I heard the narrator, because he went like bad in like number 2 with his narration, I'm like, oh. So it sounds like he's back with the agency. So I'm very interested to see how it's going to go this time.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. And that's one game I wouldn't mind spending $60 on, especially if I had you there, because I remember you and me with this fight through the entire
Super
thing.
kick.
The super kick, you super kicked me halfway across the city. Then you'd see me get carried by the druids back across the city.
The druids from the Halo announcement. I don't know why I stuttered when I said that. The ha 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 Halo announcement.
Paul Heyman will be one of them. He goes, "My client, Hellraiser." It'll show 21 and 1 at the top of the screen for me.
And then I'll cry.
I'm still crying, by the way.
Poor Undertaker. So then Phil Spencer comes back out in another T-shirt. I didn't notice until like the Limbo T-shirt. He every time he came out, he had like a new shirt on.
Yeah, he changes his T-shirts a lot. And it
It
wasn't
goes
Gears.
back for a wardrobe change. They did show the Gears of War logo though.
They did, but I was really hoping since Microsoft owns the IP that they would have, because the rumor is they were going to do something called Gears of War Lazarus, which would be codename for the new Gears of War, and they were going to show a trailer where they're taking it. Because the rumor is everywhere keeps saying Gears of War 4, but where the story ended,
I don't think it'll be 4.
I would love for them to continue it. Because again, there could be ways they could reopen the story, but
Yeah.
I don't want another prequel. I'm tired of prequels. Seriously, they screw it up every time they do a prequel.
No, it might be like a sequel, but I don't think it'll be called Gears of War 4.
Yeah, but my
I
problem
think
is
it'll have
Epic
some sort of
Games.
subtitle.
I'll just say this: Epic Games brutally murdered Gears of War, so hopefully Black Tusk can resurrect it.
Well,
Let's put it that
I mean,
way.
There's a reason Microsoft bought the IP, so
Because they love.
hopefully we'll see something. But I mean, that game is only like 3 months into development.
Yeah, I think
So,
Rod Ferguson said they're only within 100 days of development. Maybe about
Yeah.
back in May 15th. They're 100 days into development, so they're not far at all.
Yeah. So the most we would have got is probably like a soundbite or concept.
Well,
or
the
something.
rumor was it was going to be like a CGI type video.
Yeah.
They said there's no way they even have. They said they already have prototypes built, but it's nothing major really to show. So who knows? But again, I'm glad the Gears of War franchise is still with Microsoft because again, that's one game that is near and dear to my heart that you actually got me into.
And then you were 10 times better than me the day you got it. Weird. I was supposed to show you how to play, and you were beasting the shit out of me.
Just remember the mashed potato dance. You guys taught me the best dance of all.
Uh, one of these days, it will return.
I raise my glass to you.
Gears of War 4, Lazarus, whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know. So then we get the Xbox One sizzle trailer, which basically just shows all the games from today just in one gigantic like dubstep trailer. And then the keynote was over, and we didn't get a single mention of the Xbox One being available today without a Kinect for $100 less.
I'm very shocked they didn't.
That shocked the
push
hell
that.
out of me.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to be like one of the biggest announcements that they did.
Well, because they announced it so early on. I'm surprised they didn't say at the beginning of the show that it's available now at retail. But they
I
didn't
also think
touch
they
on it.
killed their sales when they did that.
Well, again, I played with the Kinect on Xbox One, and honestly, even though I like Microsoft, it really works for what it is. It's just, I think the way my brother and I discussed it about the whole NSA thing. People said that was going to spy on them and stuff, but at the end of the day, it actually works pretty well. I mean, again, it's not like me playing Titanfall and getting this epic kill and yelling Xbox record that and it records it live for me.
Yeah.
Or I could be in the middle playing Titanfall and I can snap Skype now to where I can talk to you on Skype as I'm playing Titanfall live. I mean, there's stuff like that. It really works. I don't know how they're going to do it now without it having the voice control like that. But again, I like how they're giving people options. I like the
Yeah.
idea.
I like that they're listening to us. That's awesome to know.
Some might argue that they don't have a choice, but at the end of the day, Phil Spencer is possibly the best thing that could have happened to Microsoft. Because Don
Yeah.
Matrick, he was on his own warpath. He was destructive, actually.
Phil Spencer is he's won me over as a Sony fanboy. I really like this guy. I like what he's doing.
And the thing about it is, Don Matrick, he was all jokes aside, he was a freaking dick, and you could tell that at E3 last year when people
He's a
asked about,
jackass.
yeah, they asked about how can you play an Xbox One if you don't have an internet connection. He goes, oh well, we have a console for that. It's called Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't fucking say that to people.
Like, and they were asking for like the troops like overseas that don't have like the internet.
Bingo. So I mean, again, Don Matrick in my mind was a cancer more or less, because again, he had his vision. His vision was the only thing that mattered. Now that Phil Spencer is there, Phil Spencer is the game. Like he ran Microsoft Studios.
Is that
So-
where he came from?
That's where he was the head of Microsoft Studios. He was the one in charge of doing that. Now he's in charge of every studio. So in a sense, it's the best thing because he was a gamer most first and foremost. So again, he listens to the gamer, and I've even noticed on Twitter he replies to actual people and talks to people about stuff on there. They voice their opinions, and he'll either forward it to the Xbox team or he'll give his opinion about it. I mean, again, he ain't afraid to talk to you about it.
I'm gonna write him on Twitter.
Not Don Matrick, man. He hears something, he tore off running for the hills.
Well, let's not forget that freaking community manager or whatever that told that person to just deal with it. How do you...
Didn't you love the PR people from last year?
Fuck, dude. Last year was... Their conference last year was good. Their post-conference stuff was a fucking train wreck. Like, that is how you run a company into the ground.
Bingo. And now Don Metric is with Zynga, which is going under. So, of course, he can go sink with that train for all I care because I'm not going to go save him.
Thank God
But
Zynga's going out.
at the end of the day, Phil Spencer's running things, and that's great. And he admits that they've made mistakes, and I like that. But a lot of people say, "Oh, you can't trust them." But at the end of the day, Microsoft has made a massive change since last year. Of course, people are saying, "Oh, it's the 180. They're doing this. They're doing this." But at the end of the day, people need to realize something. At least he's trying. There's something different. He's trying. So again,
I'll take it, man.
Games with gold. I mean, we get games with gold. I mean, again, he's pushing newer games. He's trying to get us better games. This month we get 3 games on the Xbox 360 and 2 on Xbox One now.
Oh, dude, I got Dark Souls for free, dude.
Yeah, he gave us that.
Epic.
You get Super Street Fighter 4 HD Turbo Remix, I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
And some arcade game. And then on Xbox One, we got Max, The Curse of the Brotherhood, which I'm currently playing, which is excellent, and Halo Spartan Assault, which just came out a couple months ago. Well, I've had it on my Windows Phone for God knows how long, but it's the point.
I believe that's on PC too.
Yes, it is.
I saw that pop up on Steam one day. I was like, what?
Well, all in all, Microsoft has made a massive turnaround since Phil Spencer's come in. So again, Phil Spencer's doing a lot of good. I would love to see what he's going to continue with. So again, I do have faith in the Microsoft brand. A lot of people still don't, and that's fine. You ain't going to win them back overnight.
Yeah, you look back 365 days ago, and you look now, and
It's night and day.
it's a different company, man.
Yes.
But I can confirm, Phil Spencer kept his promise. It was 100% dedicated to games. Aside from the videos, but those were about games, so I didn't mind them as much. The only thing that they mentioned that wasn't about a game was Halo Nightfall, and that was like, oh, Halo Nightfall, this series is directed by blah blah blah, it's coming with the disc, and then here's everything else you get with it. It's like, okay, you just spent 5 seconds talking about that, so I'll let that go.
But the thing I didn't mind that because they were telling you the story that it's going to tie from Halo 4 to Halo 5. It's going to explain what's going on to me, and I don't mind that.
Yeah.
As
Like,
long as
that
it has
was
to
the
do
only
with the
mention of anything that wasn't a game, and that was like, bam, and it's over.
See,
If you blinked, you missed it.
Yeah, again, it wouldn't bother me if it had to do with even if Sony did it or if Nintendo did it, but as long as it's going to tie into the game somehow, I don't mind. I really don't. Again, me being a huge Halo fan, I'm curious how things will go from Halo 4 to Halo 5, so I really don't mind that, actually.
I wish I had a pencil or something here. I want to... Okay, thank you. Have a good day. As my mom heads off to work.
I like your mom.
She's a boss. She's a boss.
She told me I have an accent, apparently.
Yeah. I was looking for something to write down notes to do like a final grade thing at the end, but oh well.
So
I'll just try to remember it.
So what do you feel Microsoft did? Like,
I feel they did games.
yeah, I mean, like grade-wise, like, do you think they delivered, or do you think they could have did better for room for improvement?
I do think they delivered, but I feel that all 4 keynote, well, I guess 5 now. I feel that I didn't see Nintendo's, like I said, but I feel like all of them could have done better.
The problem with it is what people don't realize. Everybody's been so rough on Microsoft. Everyone says Sony's won, but people need to realize one thing about every keynote. A lot of the consoles share the same games. There's not many exclusives out currently.
Yeah.
A lot of them are
There's
sharing games.
not a lot of games out currently.
Bingo. Because if anything, the Xbox One and the PS4 should have launched this year because they were rushed. Because if you think about it, there's not many games on the Xbox One that's really worth owning right now. There's not many games that's on the PS4 that's worth owning. This year, they should have launched this year with a better title lineup, but there's not going to be that many good games out this year because, again, it needs more of a life, it needed more of a cycle for games to start. So, again, everything's rushed. You're not going to get... The good games are going to start hitting next year with, when you get to the Sony side, you'll be talking about Uncharted, Halo 5 next year. So you know what I mean? Again, Uncharted. As an Xbox fan, I'm going to win next year with Halo 5 because, I love the Halo story.
Yeah.
So again, next year is going to be the year the gamers are going to start winning. But this year,
Well, I
in a
mean, there's some
sense,
great stuff coming out this year.
yeah, there's some great stuff, but people need to realize you can't say, because again, a lot of the games are cross-platform. So again, you can't really say, or multi-platform. So again, you can't really say so and so was better when they all share the same games pretty much.
Well, I mean, we're still giving the developers time to like learn the hardware pretty much.
Yeah, because it's a massive jump compared to what they're used to. New architecture, everything.
Like it's like I tell people, if you go back and look at Madden NFL, I know I'm using a Madden reference here, but Madden NFL 2007, no, 2006 on Xbox 360,
Hmm.
like the launch trailer that was at E3 was bullshit, complete CGI. The game looked like ass. Back then we thought it was the greatest thing ever because it was HD, but the game looked like shit now. If you go through and you look at every single Madden game and how it changed up until 14, which was Madden 25, for the 25th anniversary, like when these developers learn the hardware, next gen hasn't even started yet.
No, and that's what people need to realize. Just because Sony's already running at 1080p, 60 frames per second, everyone says Microsoft will never be able to do that. But look how Microsoft really pushed the Xbox 360 getting to the middle of its lifespan. Same with the PS3. Sony was finding new ways. Give it another year or two, and they're really going to start finding their footing to make games even look even more beautiful than they currently do. People are just too rough on it right now. They're too set on it. They don't realize it. We're at the beginning. At the end of the lifespan, can you imagine what games are going to look like on both consoles? They're going to
I
look insane.
it's gonna blow my mind looking back on the games that are coming out now, like the Uncharted 4 game. Well, I don't want to use Uncharted 4. Let me
I'm
think
going
of
to use an
something
example.
that.
I'm
Let me
going to use
think
an
of
example
something.
of Halo 4 on Xbox 360. The very end of the very end. Look how graphically beautiful it was. Same with Tomb Raider.
I'm trying
Two
to think of something
games.
that came out now, like on the
Grand Theft
new
Auto.
the new consoles.
Oh, don't say Call of Duty.
Um, no, not Call of Duty.
Don't say Call of
Just
Duty.
something that comes out like first year, and these games look amazing right now. Like, oh, this is next gen. These graphics are amazing.
You can use
Like
Rise
that is
360. Rise does look beautiful.
nothing compared to what it's gonna be.
Yeah, Rise actually on Xbox One looks beautiful. It really does.
Rise?
Rise
Yeah, but
looks.
I heard that gameplay sucks though.
It's button mashing. Of course, it's gonna.
Yeah,
But I mean, again, they say it looks beautiful, and on the, I
it
don't know how
does. It looks
infamous.
epic.
Yeah, I don't know how Infamous Second Son, how you would view it as it looks, but again,
I think it
e-
looks fantastic.
see, we think these games look
I
great right
haven't
now.
played it.
Give it 3 or 4 years from now, these games
Yeah,
are gonna look so freaking half-ass generic. It's gonna be unreal.
it's
And
gonna
that's
look.
what and
It's gonna
seriously,
be like looking back at Madden '06.
the fanboys, honestly, again,
Fanboys
some,
are fanboys.
some
They're
of your
always gonna
some
be
of your
there.
viewers are going to be fanboys, but they need to realize something. Just because they think their game right now looks better than the previous other gen console, whatever,
Yeah.
it's gonna jump drastically within a year or two, and it's gonna be like that until the end. These consoles will be around for a while. A lot of people are like, oh, give it 6, 7 years, and new consoles will be out. I don't see it happening anytime soon, my guy. We're gonna
I'm
be
not sure
about
we're gonna get another console.
we're gonna be another 9 to 12 years into this before we get another console. It's gonna be a while.
I'm not sure we're gonna get one.
Hmm. Wouldn't hurt my feelings. Keep building.
I just, I think that the console thing is over. I really do. We
Just
might get one more console out of these companies, but I think that's gonna be about it. And then it's just
well,
gonna be them releasing games
let me
like
put you.
digitally.
You're
Like, how
right
long do
about
you think GameStop's gonna be around?
that's a cancer that's been eating at me since 1967. No.
Since
Oh,
1967, before
no.
video games were invented.
I know. All jokes aside, GameStop,
Like,
they
digital
will
is
still survive.
growing.
They will still survive if they sell digital downloads. But the problem I have with digital downloads,
But I mean,
they
like the
keep,
stores,
yeah.
like the
I
brick
mean,
and
again,
mortar
they do
stores.
well. They do well selling digital download stuff there. They do well with that. But my problem is,
Yeah, but as good as the website.
okay, I'll admit, I use the GameStop website to buy digital download codes because, again, I hate going into the store and being hounded for pre-orders,
Hmm.
or they tell me that I have bad taste in games. It's like, screw you. I don't care about Final Fantasy
Well,
38.
like
Get away
everything,
from me.
pretty much everything now you can buy just on your console. You
Bingo.
can just open up the PlayStation Store or the Xbox. Is it still the marketplace?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, the
Xbox Store.
marketplace.
Xbox Store, they call it.
And
Marketplace Store, same thing.
you can pretty much buy every game that's out now, right there
Yeah,
on your
but
console. Yeah, it takes a credit
they don't.
card, but
Well, yeah, but the thing they don't, they need to fix the A. the consoles are limited with space, but I know Xbox One just gave you external hard drives
External
now. Like
hard
you
drives.
can connect it now if you want. But the problem is, why am I going to spend $60 for a game I can buy on Xbox Live, but I can go to GameStop and pre-order it, and I can get pre-order bonuses that I'm not going to get on the console. If they would match the pre-order bonuses or go away with it completely, make it an even playing level field. Because again, I can go to Walmart and get an exclusive costume for Watch Dogs,
Yeah,
but on the Xbox,
fuck that.
no. But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
They
I
need
get
to
what
make
you're
it
saying.
equal. They need to make it equal on each thing is the problem.
Yeah.
Again, I like disc-based games because again, if I want to uninstall it, I don't have to worry about uninstalling it, then going back to my download history, installing it again. But then you lose the license when you delete it, and then you got to re-download it, and then you got to be connected to the internet to play it, similar to the Xbox 360 version. And I hated that.
We'll see where it goes.
They need to do something. GameStop, die.
Are you ready for the worst conference?
What is the worst conference?
EA.
I didn't watch EA, so I'm going to say I will give you my comments.
All right. Well, they open up huge. I mean, for everybody that's anticipating this game, it opens up with a video from DICE about Star Wars Battlefront. It shows early in-game engine footage,
Okay.
and it looks amazing. Like, if this game looks half as good when it comes out as it does in these early pictures, pretty much is what it was.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But it says you'll see more in spring 2015. So that game is still a long way off if we're going to see more of it in spring of next year.
I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a Star Wars Battlefront game too,
It's
and
been
I played.
a long time.
I think I played Star Wars Battlefront 1 or 2 on the original Xbox, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved every minute of it.
They're
So
big games with huge fan bases.
I just hope we both know EA likes to murder things to be
Yeah.
nice. So I hope they actually put love into this instead of half-assing and pushing it out the door like they normally do. Battlefield. We'll keep
Well,
going.
I mean, it is DICE, but you know, Battlefield 4.
Battlefield beta. We're still in the beta.
Every Battlefield beta. Uh,
Beta.
so then Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA, comes out, and he says over the next hour they've got over a dozen games to show,
No.
which I'd have to count to see if he was actually telling the truth or not. But they started off with Dragon Age Inquisition, which, damn it, I didn't even type it down. Oh, okay, that's what I meant. They show off Dragon Age. They're gonna show off Dragon Age, but then they also say that they're gonna give us an early look at 2 games coming from BioWare, which instantly is like Mass Effect. Like that's what one of them has to be.
Yes.
So they show the trailer for Dragon Age, while a woman is standing on the stage playing like a stand-up bass violin type deal. The dragons look, and I wrote this down, that's why I'm reading it. They look very Skyrim-esque, but like a next-gen type. Um, like in previous games, you can switch between your squad. You know, I don't know if you ever played Dragon Age or not. I'm sitting here like explaining shit to you.
You go ahead and explain it to me because I never played it.
The first one was a great RPG. The second one was shit, like EA does. Like BioWare does.
They kill everything they touch.
Yeah. But the gameplay looks great. Another trailer is shown. Again, another trailer. After the guy comes out and talks. Showing off some of the characters. So, I know it's really boring.
That's why I'm yawning.
So then
Feel the pain.
they show the videos of the 2 early look games from BioWare, which one of them is Mass Effect. And it shows them talking about it and where they want to take it and what the fan feedback is. They show a lot of cool stuff for like conceptual prototypes. That's the word on the bottom, conceptual prototypes. So none of this is like in-game type shit. They're also working on a new IP, which they showed some stuff for, but they didn't announce any like name or type of game or anything like that. But coming from BioWare, it's probably going to be an RPG. So then I wrote the conceptual prototypes for both games look fantastic, which they do. So then Sims 4 is next.
I did see something about that on my TV.
Yeah, it comes out September 2nd, but I'm pretty sure we already knew that. They show a trailer to show off some of the features, and they show one of the Sims die from laughing or something like that, and it
That's kind of
just,
morbid.
yeah, it was weird. It was really weird.
I guess I'll
He
die from
he
laughing.
throws like a party, and his next door neighbor comes over and wants to fight, and he starts laughing, and he dies, and it's really it was a weird moment.
Sounds like something that would happen in my neighborhood.
It sounds like something from EA.
Yeah.
So then they show up on the big screen because they had just had a traditional stage. They show on the big screen a video of Bruce Lee. So obviously UFC is next. The gameplay demo is shown actual gameplay this time, not CGI footage. It shows Bruce Lee fighting BJ Penn, and he knocks him out with a kick straight to the face. And BJ Penn just like falls forward. Um, it looked really good. It looked like a HD version of the old UFC games.
The old UFC games did look pretty good though.
Yeah, they look great.
Is there a demo out for that? Because I know I downloaded a UFC demo on the Xbox One downstairs.
Uh,
I think it's
it,
on Xbox
it,
One and PS4.
it probably is this one because this one comes out in like 2 weeks.
Yes, and that's one I have. I haven't played it yet. I watched
Yeah, just check it
Brad
out.
play it. Brad played it. I watched him play it, but I haven't got hands on time. But it did look pretty nice actually.
I'm upset that a lot of their sports games don't come to PC. I miss playing like Madden. Like I love football.
Yeah.
Madden was a game that I looked forward to almost every year, and I really like the UFC games. But none of them come to PC, and I don't have a console.
They just don't love you anymore.
One of these days, man. One of these days, I'll join that console brigade.
Yeah, I tell myself that every day.
Well, yeah, but you could play one right now.
Yeah.
If I want to play a console, I have to fire up my Vita. Which, don't get me started. So, then they show NHL 15. They show a gameplay trailer and they talk about it. And it looks great. Yada yada. Typical for their sports games. Then Criterion comes out to show off a very early game that they're working on. The guys who made Burnout. And they also
Okay.
did like one or two of the Need for Speeds. The newer ones. Like Hot Pursuit. I don't think they showed a name for it. If they did, I didn't write it down. But it has like ATVs and helicopters and parachutes. Really different from like their usual like Burnout type stuff.
Sounds like Hardline, Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah.
Or closing into different games now.
We'll get to that.
Oh, you just wait.
Tiburon comes out and they show off their new golf game, which uses the Frostbite 3 engine from Battlefield. So it has like destructible environments and shit, which would be weird as shit in a golf game, right?
Yeah, but
You
it's
would
not,
think.
yeah,
You would think, but it's called EA Sports PGA Tour. They show a trailer. It has like real courses and like fantasy courses, and one of the fantasy courses is like warplanes flying overhead, and then a freaking battleship comes like crashing in, and you're like hitting the ball, like towards this battleship.
Huh.
So I guess that's where the Frostbite 3 engine comes in.
It just sounds like they're just playing on the map of on Battlefield.
Yeah. It looked a lot like a super HD version of that Battlefield game that was downloadable last
1940.
three.
Is it one? Yeah,
Yeah,
1943.
1943. Yeah, it looked a lot like a super HD version of that.
Maybe they're hinting at something.
So, hardline. That comes out spring 2015. Madden 15 is next, and they talk about the big thing this year is the reworked defense, and they show off a lot of that. Comes out August 26th. They show a video again talking about defense after they talk about the defense in the first video.
Defense, then defense, then defense.
Yeah, where's the offense? Where's the good game at? So then they show off Dawn Gate, which is a MOBA that they have, which is a multi-user online battle arena game. Kind of like Dota. I don't know if you ever played Dota. It's a PC game.
No.
It's like a big PC game type thing. It's free to play, which I think this is too. I think this is in beta. I think that's what they said. So then DICE comes out and they show a trailer talking about Mirror's Edge 2, which
I heard about that
ne-
earlier today.
never actually said Mirror's Edge 2. Never even showed like a logo that said Mirror's Edge 2.
Yeah, they announced it earlier in the day, but they didn't say much. Like I didn't.
Did they announce it as Mirror's Edge 2 though? Like this?
No, it's just gaming. It's just gaming websites just kept typing everywhere. Mirror's Edge 2 confirmed. They didn't. It never. I don't know if they've ever confirmed that's the name of it.
Wow. I mean, they released a concept image before E3 started, which was one of the concept images they used in the conference, but it only said Mirror's Edge up in the corner. It didn't say Mirror's Edge 2. So that leads me to think that maybe this is just like a rebranding game. Maybe it's like it's going to be like a new Mirror's Edge, but not a sequel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Tomb Raider. Like a reboot kind of game. So then FIFA 15 is next, and I actually wrote down bathroom break time because I don't give a fuck about soccer or football.
Other football.
A lot of people seem to care about it. I don't give a flying fuck about that sport, dude.
No.
Like at all. But it's coming this fall, and they show a video, a lot like they did with Madden, where it's just like a narrated thing. And then the last thing that they showed was Battlefield Hardline. And they show the multiplayer demo played live on stage.
Oh yeah, like everything's alive.
Yeah, we don't know if it's live or not.
You mean rehearsed?
Yeah.
It's
Recorded
synchronized.
backstage.
It's like we're synchronized here.
But it's DICE and Visceral. Visceral is the guys that make Dead Space.
Yeah.
So, I love Dead Space.
Before you go, let me just say this.
I'm not going anywhere.
I know, but wasn't the agreement though with Dice and all them was they would not work on another Battlefield game until they fix Battlefield 4? Because again, Battlefield 4 still fucking broke, and you have to bring out another game already. There was
Battlefield
an
4 is
agreement,
gonna stay broke.
you know what I mean now? I remember they talked about that for the longest time. We won't work on any more projects or DLC, but yet they were still churning that shit out. They were slipping it out there, but they're like,
They are owned by EA. This shouldn't shock you in the least.
it doesn't. They're like, oh, here's Battlefield Hardline, and I'm like, oh great, I'm still in fucking beta on Battlefield 4 over here, and you guys are launching another fucking game already. You're gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh, this one.
beta. It's more like alpha.
Jesus.
More like pre-alpha.
I'm curious about just finish downloading the damn Hardline beta and seeing how broke this is compared to Battlefield 4.
I was able to finally download it.
You know what's bad? The Battlefield 4 beta actually works better than the Battlefield 4 game itself. That tells you something.
I could
'cause that
never
worked
get
way better time in it.
I could never get the Battlefield 4 beta to work for me on PC. I tried like 2 or 3 times, and it wouldn't load the match, so I just gave up and uninstalled it. And I knew right then I wasn't going to buy Battlefield 4.
I was lucky enough to get it as a gift, and I loved the campaign was good. The campaign was good. I enjoyed the campaign.
Really?
But yeah,
A
I
Battlefield
actually
campaign?
yeah, I actually enjoyed the Battlefield campaign was better in 4 than it was 3. I enjoyed the
Well,
campaign.
that's not hard to do because 3 sucked
Yeah.
ass.
Pretty bad. But I love I really did enjoy the campaign, but dear God Almighty, that fucking multiplayer.
All I want for them to do is to give me fucking Battlefield Bad Company 3. And I
They're
don't know if
never
they're
going
gonna
to
do
do
it.
that.
They need to.
Nothing comes in threes anymore.
Yeah, I guess not.
You told me that earlier. It don't matter what company you're at. You're
Valve
not gonna
doesn't
get
know
it.
how to count to 3.
Well, they're too worried about milking Battlefield right now to do bad company.
Yeah.
They're just trying to compete with Call of Duty. Again, Call of Duty's just going to smother itself anyway.
Well, I mean, this is very different from the originals, like Hardline. Like it's pretty damn different from like Battlefield.
Yeah, I like the idea that they're trying, but I thought that would have been like an arcade type style. I didn't think it was going to be like a full $60 release. And it might not even be a $60 release, but I look for it to be.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Is
It's
it going to
it's
be worth the
EA.
$60?
No, maybe.
I
doubt it.
The safe bet would have been 30 or $40 tops. They should give you a $10 rebate check inside for
It should
Battlefield
give you a
4.
$60 rebate.
Buy this, trade in Battlefield 4, and get Hardlines for free because we fucked you over. I'll be at the store.
But I wrote looks intense. It looks a lot like Payday. I don't know if you ever played Payday.
Heard about it.
It's like a four-player co-op like heist game.
Hmm.
Um, and then he announced that the beta for it started today, which was yesterday.
Exclusive to PS4.
And then the minute you went to the site, it crashed.
It crashed.
So,
I did like 4 or 5 times, and then I kept hitting. They wouldn't let me enter my Origin ID, so finally I just hit submit without it. It goes, "Oh, you're in. Go to your whatever. Go to your Origins." So
yeah,
if I got my email, and it goes, "Oh, it's in your thing, just ready to download," and I go in there and I don't see it still.
yep, that happened. I had to reopen it like 7 times, and I finally just gave up. I went in there like 3 hours later, and it was finally there, so I installed it.
While you're doing this live, I'll actually check mine.
Go ahead. But they did announce an October 21st release date for it. So who knows how long the beta is going to
It'll
run.
still be broken.
It'll still be broken when Battlefield 5 comes out.
What? No, Battlefield 7 at the latest. Don't make it sound like it's going to actually work eventually.
So that was the end of E3. Sadly, it wasn't the end of E3. Um,
No, the
that
pain
was
continues.
it does. That was the end of the EA keynote, and then, of course, following EA every year is Ubisoft. Did you watch Ubisoft's?
No, I did not.
What the hell were you doing? You were supposed to watch all this shit. Did you only watch Microsoft and Nintendo?
Well, I tried to watch Sony's, but it kept like lagging and buffering every 2.5 seconds, so I got raged, pissed, and just stopped. Then
What were you watching it on?
uh, I was watching it on my Kindle, and it kept didn't work on there, so I came up here on this PC, and it still didn't work.
Were you watching it on IGN?
I tried IGN. There was one that launched it on YouTube, and I was trying to watch it off Sony's website, I think.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it
I
kept
watched them
doing
all
it.
off of IGN.
I was just I was raging. I was just watching you go off on Facebook. It was the greatest thing alive.
I was pissed. Well, we'll explain why when we get there. Um, so Ubisoft opens up with the logo, of course, and it leads into the trailer for Far Cry 4. Big, big, big Far Cry 3 fan right here.
Before you talk, my hardline beta is there now.
You should install it after this video.
Yeah, because
I don't
my
want you to lag out.
shit. Yeah.
I don't want you to actually pull a Battlefield on me and lag out. Far Cry 4 looks fucking sick. Like insane. Way better than Far Cry 3 even looked. I don't know if you ever played Far Cry 3.
Never playing the Far Cry ones, but I heard it. People were talking that it looks pretty good.
If you have your 360 still, I highly, highly recommend Far Cry 3. It is epic. Like that game had no business being that good coming out in freaking like December. Like they missed their chance at Game of the Year that year.
Yeah.
I picked up that and I picked up Hitman Absolution same day. And that still to this day is like the best day of games I've ever bought.
Isn't the one? Isn't that the one we just got on Xbox Live for free? Absolution.
Did you get Absolution for free?
I think that's the one we got for free. I stopped playing
It's
it
a
when I
good
got
game.
this one over here.
It's a good game.
Yeah. Especially when I killed the chick in the shower. But go ahead.
Spoilers, dude.
Spoilers! You're never gonna call me the spoiler from now on. You'll never invite me back, so it's okay.
No, you're invited back next year for sure. So then Dan Hay hits the stage, and he's like a rock star. He's, like the head guy that works on Far Cry. And says that the trailer that you just saw was the first 5 minutes of the game.
Oh snap!
And he says that it gets even more fucked up from there. Oddly, a lot of F-bombs dropped by Ubisoft. A
Sounds
lot. Huh?
I said sounds kosher.
It was very kosher. Oh, you know what? I typed that out and I didn't even fucking remember to look that up. He said that was going to be a major Far Cry 4 announcement tonight.
Ooh.
I need to look that up after this video. So then Aisha Tyler comes out. I'm a fan of Aisha Tyler. I don't know about you. I don't know if you even know who Aisha Tyler is.
No idea.
Do you
Is that
watch
who
the?
people, was it like, is that the same person that was in Watch Dogs that people were crying about?
Yeah, she was in Watch Dogs.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Okay.
Do you watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? The new episodes?
No, I used to before. Yeah, I watched it years ago. I haven't watched nothing
Oh,
recent.
like they brought it back. You know that part, right?
I just recently learned that it came back.
Oh yeah, they brought it back like last year, I think.
Oh.
And she is the new host.
Oh, okay.
Like she does what Drew Carey used to do in the old episodes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
She's funny. I like her. She's funny, and she's an actual gamer. That's
No.
always nice. All these freaking chicks that are like, I love gaming. I'm a nerd. Hee look at my glasses.
You just
And
want to
they
punch
they
the girl.
couldn't even tell you fucking Link's name. They would say Zelda.
I'm surprised I haven't done that before.
Fucking, I hate people to do that. Like, point out this person. Oh, that's Zelda. No, you dumb bitch. That's fucking Link.
I guarantee
Zelda's
if
the
you,
fucking princess.
I guarantee if you go to GameStop, because most GameStops now have females working there.
Oh
I
my
bet you if you
god.
would ask that, they'd be like, "Oh, that's Zelda." I'd be like, "You're a fuck."
Everybody at my GameStop would say that, even the dudes. Nobody at my GameStops knows shit about games.
Tell me about it.
Dude, my mail just got here at 5:20 at night.
Ours doesn't get here till like 8:30 at night.
Really? That is
Dude, one
dangerous
night,
for your
no,
mail.
dude, our mailman sometimes comes at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. There's days he don't come to 2. The latest we got mail was at 9:30 at night.
Jesus.
He's a fucking drunk. We see him at 7-Eleven at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon buying alcohol when he's out delivering. That's pretty sad.
So the next game, I'm sure, will hype you up. Which it won't. I'm sure it won't. I don't know why I said I was sure it would. They announced Just Dance 2015.
I've never liked the Just Dance games. Never.
They show a trailer for it. Typical trailer with shots of people dancing.
Of
My
course.
homie Mo Chocolate was actually in the trailer.
Who the hell's Mo Chocolate?
If you watch fucking the tester on PlayStation, you would know.
Oh.
He is
I
my
used to watch
homie,
this.
and I'm giving him a shout out in this video. Mo, good job. So then they announce Just Dance Now.
No.
Yeah. The game we've all been waiting for.
No shit.
For like 8 years, dude.
No.
It doesn't require a console.
Oh, is that the one I can play on my telephone?
Yes.
No.
It uses a smartphone and like a TV or a PC monitor, stuff like that. They do like a live dancing thing on stage, and they announce that the girl up in the balcony was the winner. All the way up in the balcony. She danced her heart out to the high score.
So I can just sit here and play with my fingers and sing it off my ass, and I can do well.
It's not with your fingers.
How do you play it?
I can't figure that part out.
Do I put it in my pocket and just dance?
They were like holding their phones, and they were like literally like doing the moves and stuff, and it was tracking score.
How's that even? Seriously,
I
can
don't
just sit on my
know.
couch and just be like, And you know what's
Seriously.
gonna happen? It's gonna give me like a million points just sitting on my ass doing nothing. Really?
I tried to figure out like how is this keeping score? I can't figure it out.
If that's all it is, and it's easy achievements, I'll buy it just to get the damn achievement points.
How do you know there's achievements?
If they put it on Xbox One or Xbox 360 eventually. Oh, that's right. You said it's a.
Well, for now it's a mobile phone game.
Oh, never mind. I figured they would. Well, eventually it'll be ported over. They always do that stupid shit. They'll figure a way out.
I'm sure they'll probably bring it to like
Well,
a downloadable
see, this is
game.
mobile. It's Xbox. I mean, it's my Windows phone, but I got Xbox games on there. So I mean, again, it could work.
Oh really? Play Gears of War 3.
Don't tempt me.
So up next is The Division. And they show a trailer. It's like a time lapse over New York. Over the course of the whole pandemic that breaks out on Black Friday. It's pretty cool, actually. How can I explain it? It's like a time lapse, so time's like zooming by, and you can hear like people like struggling, and there's like a guy that's like over by his window and he can't take it anymore. They never show the people. That's what's weird about it. Like you hear him like in his kitchen or whatever, and he's by the window, and he's like crying or complaining or something. Then you hear a shot, and you just see the blood on the window, assuming behind him. Like you never see the actual people, but you should look it up. It's a cool trailer. But then they actually do get to like the characters, and they show like a shooting part and stuff like that. So Yeah, that's what I was doing during that trailer too.
Yeah. It's the nicest way to put it.
It's like we all know it's coming out 2015. So then the engines begin to rev, which can only mean that the next game that they're going to show is The Crew. Do you remember this game from last year?
Let me
The
Google it up.
driving game?
The what game?
The driving game, The Crew?
If I see it, I'll probably remember it. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Okay.
It's a coast to coast open world RPG driving game.
I
I know I just blew your mind right there.
That does blow my mind, but I don't remember it.
They say it's no load times between the cities.
That's nice.
Uh, it says that they show a video and it's like a super fast forwarded video, but the video included one of their 2 hour missions that will take you across the country.
Oh,
2 hour missions in real time, 2 hours that will take you from like Miami to Los Angeles. So apparently the map is huge. It's not realistically huge because that's over 3,000 miles. That would take you
it
a
take you
lot
24
longer than 2 hours.
You'd have to play 24 hours straight to get across.
Yeah. The beta is coming later this month. I did already sign up for it, but I haven't heard back from them. And the official game comes out November 11th.
Nice. Is the beta exclusive to PC?
I do not know. I think so. They didn't give me an option for console when I went to the website.
No, even though it's an open world game, does that mean you can get out your vehicle, or does it mean you're just it's only driving and that's it?
No, it's only driving.
Oh, okay. I like that idea. Okay.
But it's RPG too, so like you have to level up. It seems like a pretty fun game. So it's with 4 people in your crew. So if you have
It has
three
potential.
friends, then
Yeah, it has potential.
yeah,
Something different for change.
potential,
No, potential. 'Cause you gotta
potential. You have to believe in yourself.
We gotta believe.
Well, I believe that the next game was Assassin's Creed Unity.
We believed. We talked about this one earlier.
We believe that this was a trailer that announced an October 28th release. I don't know if we knew that already or not. And then a single player demo is played.
Oh, snazzy.
One of the coolest things about the trailer is in the pretty much the very not the trailer, I'm sorry, the demo. Near the very beginning, he's above the city looking down, giant crowd, and all of a sudden he just leaps off. And I'm like, there's no hay down there. Like, what the fuck is he gonna land in? And then he just grabs a pole and like swings onto like another ledge. But it happened like super fast. It was fluid, and I was just like, that's pretty cool. Like that's never been in the games before. You jump down in the games that are out now, and you're just gonna be like, ugh.
When are they going to
Oh, I meant to hit that one.
when are they going to make an Assassin's Creed game set during like the holidays?
The holidays?
Yeah, so I can jump into a pile of tinsel or something. I mean, it'd be much more interesting.
Tinsel.
Yeah. I had to do it because you said, "What was he going to jump into?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know he's going to jump
Jumps into a freaking crate of tinsel.
Yes, I had to do it.
So then they announce Shape Up, which is another one of those stupid ass workout video games.
Yeah, I
The-
give up on workout games.
Clearly don't work.
Dance Central worked for a bit until I got too good at it.
Well, I mean, like the games that are like aimed towards working out, they don't do anything, dude.
No.
I bought a Kinect for that shit. That shit sucked. That UFC trainer game, that was god awful, dude. Like it barely even tracked me half the time.
Dance Central was the absolute best game they had for fitness, honestly.
Dance Central was awesome.
Other than that, nothing worked.
This game comes out in November, and then they have a guy come out, and he's like one of the developers or something, and he does like a challenge where he's like jumping back and forth to like hit certain notes. He's basically playing like a motion version of Guitar Hero, because it's Eye of the Tiger that's playing, and he's like playing the song with his jumping feet
Oh,
to hit
geez.
like certain squares. And then they do a thing where they bring out a guy from America and a guy from France, and they do a push-up challenge. and the guy from America is like pretty fat.
He's white?
He's like pretty fat.
I
But
thought you
he ends
said
up
ass. I'm like, I
winning.
gotta hear this again.
He
He,
won. He won the push-up challenge.
the fat guy won the push-up
The
challenge?
fat
That's...
American won the push-up challenge. He
Well,
wasn't
you...
like fat, but he wasn't like he didn't look fit at all. Like he should be doing a push-up
Wait,
challenge.
you know
Like
us
he should
Americans...
be representing America.
Well, you know the thing is with Americans, of course we're fat, but man, we are determined to get back up if we see something we want.
Especially those French pussies.
The French stay
Everybody
down,
that's
we get
watching
back
this
up.
video in France, just close the video.
Murder.
I'm just kidding. Come back, guys. So then, Valiant Hearts is up next. It's a puzzle adventure game set during World War One. They show a trailer. The game is inspired by actual World War One letters from soldiers. And you hear this voice narrating the trailer, and you see this dog, like,
Narrating.
crossing the, I don't know, the field of war or whatever. And he has these four friends who wrote the letters or something like that, but they all died. And it's actually a really sad trailer. Like the dog makes you like want to cry because he's like so sad.
Sad puppy.
It's you should watch it, man. It's pretty sad. But that comes out June 25th, and then you think it's all over because you look down at the clock and there's like 10 minutes left, and you're like, whatever. This sucked. Except for Far Cry 4, which led off the damn conference. But then she brings out Aisha comes back out and she brings out Eve, the CEO and co-founder of Ubisoft, and which right away you know as soon as he comes out something big's coming because he was the one that introduced Watch Dogs the first year. He introduced the Division last year.
But he's the one who keeps breaking your heart out.
Yeah, he's the one that keeps lying to me. He says he wants to show us one more game. So right away, we know that it's something big. And
It's graphics.
it pops up that this is pre-alpha footage from a multiplayer match. It's Team Raven versus Team Rogue. And it's teams of five. Five on five.
I saw 5 and I saw.
I was holding something, so I went stubby.
Oh, okay. I'm like 5 and
And it's a hostage extraction type deal, where one team is trying to hold the hostage for a certain amount of time in the house. The other team is trying to get her out. Looks badass. Destructible environments all around. Can shoot through the walls. It can make giant holes in the floor and get to the floor below you. Looks amazing. If you haven't seen the trailer, and I'm talking to you,
Okay, tell me.
you
What's
need
the
to
name
go
again?
watch it. Huh?
What's the name again? I was going to YouTube it while you're talking.
Well, I haven't announced the name of it.
You're a dick.
But they show us at the end that it is Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Did they cancel Patriots?
I'm assuming Patriots is dead in the water now. It's been a while since we've heard about Patriots.
You know, I never got into the whole Rainbow Six after playing the first one because freaking Gabriel kept having me die in the damn elevator shaft. That bitch.
Which first one?
Rainbow Six Vegas.
Oh, Vegas? Okay.
That's why I stopped playing the Rainbow Six games.
I love them.
That
They're
douchebag.
they're more like tactical than like the Call of Duty games. So like that's right up my alley. I like the slow-paced, thinking type games
Yeah.
more than the run and gun Call of Duty, you know.
Or Call of Duty where you can run and get bullet sponged by like 55 bullets before you die.
Yeah.
But you can
then,
get shot,
then you heal.
and then you get shot by a shotgun halfway across the map and die.
And die.
But then you have a sniper rifle that shoots you point blank range and nothing happens.
The range of those freaking shotguns. Are you watching it now?
Yeah. Some chick is on the ground. I wanted him to hit her.
Yeah, that's the hostage.
Well, she has it coming. She has the uglies.
She has the uglies.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll take
It
that.
does look graphically beautiful, though.
And that's pre-alpha.
But again, after what we saw with Watch Dogs, this thing will probably get downgraded massively.
Well, you know. Like I said, I'm not getting my hopes up. I am not pre-ordering Far Cry 4. I'll buy that game 2 days after it comes out if I have to.
But didn't Far Cry 3 look good though?
Oh, Far Cry 3 is amazing, dude.
So I can believe they're going to do off that, but Watch Dogs, they knew
Yeah,
it
but
was.
I'm not just talking about the looks. I'm talking about it working day one.
Oh, I keep forget. I'm thinking about consoles as well. I
Oh,
keep forgetting.
console you'll be fine. You play on PC is garbage.
Yeah.
You play and Origin need to just die. They need to just let Steam handle everything.
Titanfall and Origin work well. I was thinking about buying Titanfall on PC because it's only like $25 I think currently.
Yeah, it
But
keeps
it's
going
like-
on sale on like different
Yeah.
sites. I can give you a site if your
But
PC
I
will
think I
run
might
it.
just wait though, just to get it for when I get my own Xbox. I mean, I have it downstairs right now, but I think I'll just wait till I get my own Xbox One because I'm not going to spend $60 for it on Xbox 360 because I've heard it looks horrible.
Well, it's current gen or last gen, so.
Well, it's not that it looks horrible, but it's slower too. It's at 30 frames per second compared to 60 on Xbox One.
The thing that I couldn't get mad about with Watch Dogs is I bought it on a site that I ended up paying $6 out of my pocket for it.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I got that whole game for $6. So I couldn't be like, oh, I fucking wasted my money. Fuck this shit. I mean, $6. But that site is apparently not loading right now. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Let me check and see how much Titanfall is on here for you.
I think I was on Origin earlier. I think it was like 25 or 25 or 30, which is still not bad. But with the whole Xbox One controller being able to be used now on PC, I could justify it.
If you can get it on Origin during that sale, I'd say get it on Origin, because on here the cheapest one is $39.11.
Yeah.
But that's like the site I use to get like stuff like cheaper than the original price. So you ready to start Sony?
I may have not watched, but I will gladly give my opinions. Because
You
you know
did
my
watch Sony.
I watched parts of it that I could see.
Well, that's parts. You probably watched the best parts.
But you know my opinion on Sony, so do you really want that?
Come
Or
on,
should
man.
I just-
I gave Microsoft their due.
Or should I just go like this? It's your choice.
Alright, so to start off, 603 came and went my time, and it still hadn't started. So they finally did start like 3.5 minutes late.
Which isn't bad, because last year they started pretty late, didn't they?
Yeah,
I'm
last year
pretty
they
sure
started late
last year-
too.
Yeah.
2 years in a row they started late. I don't
Well,
know what's
last year I
going
think
on
it was a
with
lot later than that, though. I thought last year was like 15 minutes late they started.
that. Late is late, man.
3 minutes is better than 15.
If
That's like
it's
15
1 minute
back.
late, I'm still sitting here like, where the fuck is this?
Nintendo's actually started on time, but theirs was already pre-recorded.
Oh, it was pre-recorded? That's
Pretty sure it was.
dumb. That's dumb. Why would you do that?
It's Nintendo. What do you expect?
That's true. Why would they release a console called Wii U? You know, why do they do a lot of things they do?
You want to play?
Wii U. Wii U. So when Sony finally does start, instead of starting with the usual sizzle trailer, they start with the lengthy, I'm talking like 8 minutes,
There was no Kevin Butler, by the way.
the Destiny video. Kevin Butler doesn't work for them anymore.
My heart is still broken. They needed Jack Trenton last night.
He got killed.
Son of a bitch.
Microsoft assassinated Kevin Butler.
So they start with Destiny. I have very voiced opinion on Destiny.
I have no interest in it.
Is it me?
Not in your
Okay.
opinion in the game.
My thing is, I've seen gameplay videos of Destiny, and it's not. It's maybe it's just my opinion, but I always felt Bungie was overrated beyond belief. No matter what, people say Bungie was so epic on so many levels. I don't agree. I mean, again,
You do know they made Halo.
I'm a fan of Halo, but the thing is, people said how Halo looks so great graphically and how all this stuff. No, the multiplayer was good for what it was.
Well, I mean, they only made Halo up to Reach, right?
Yeah,
So they didn't make 4.
no, 4 is glorious.
The 343.
Yeah, 343. They did glorious with the graphics, but it's like from what I've seen, the game looks boring. It looks like a mashup of Borderlands.
I love Borderlands.
Well, yeah, I know you do. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's like Destiny is a mix between Halo and Borderlands. Is what it makes it like seem like to me. But I mean, again, to me, the game just seems so freaking boring.
I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's like they haven't sold me one thing. The people's like, oh, the game looks graphically beautiful. I don't see it either. It's not
I
like it
can
hasn't
see
been
the
done.
graphics, but it's just I'm not sold on a game because it looks good.
Exactly, but here's my problem. The game looks boring. People's like, oh, the guns sound so great. The guns sound generic to me like everything else does. Like
Guns
nothing
sound good in Call of Duty 4. Like that's
No, but what I'm
nothing
saying is,
new.
no, I'm talking about it's fanboys. Fanboys make it out to be like the game sounds so fantastic,
Oh.
right? Like it's something that's never been
Well,
done.
they'll do that for every game.
Yeah, but what people forget is everyone was like, "Oh, Sony won with Destiny," but people forget it's going to come out on Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PS3 also. So
They
people
said
act like
Sony won with Destiny?
that's what I've heard.
Those people are wrong.
That's what I'm saying. People
There's
don't
one thing about having an opinion about something, and then there's just flat out being wrong.
To, that's what
Sony showed off way better stuff than Destiny. Let's be honest.
to me, Destiny is one of those games that, in my opinion, is overrated. I mean, again, a lot can change from now to the time it comes out, but I've watched alpha gameplay videos from the beta. I don't see it. It looks so boring and bland. It's like they have an idea. Some of the ideas make me think if they were thinking about doing that for Halo 4 originally.
I misspelled this. So, I mean, our opinions aside, they did show Destiny. Andrew House came out, which was one of the people who announced a lot of the stuff from last year's conference that, got the big pop from the crowd. And he announced that Destiny is first on PlayStation because of the beta launch.
Is that later this month?
Huh?
Isn't the beta come out later this month on PS?
No, July 17th.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I keep thinking it's July already.
Yeah. But this Thursday, through the weekend, PS4 owners can play the Destiny First Look Alpha.
Oh, that's what I was thinking right there.
Yeah. They also did announce a white PS4 is coming with the Destiny bundle. You get Destiny, the white PS4, the white DualShock controller, and 30 days of PlayStation Plus.
Did they say how much that's going to retail for?
No, I don't think they did.
I wonder if it's going to retail for $3.99 or if they're going to up the price. Because I wonder if they're trying to match with the Titanfall
Coming
bundle.
with Destiny, probably.
I
Well,
can't see
is the
Destiny
Titanfall
for free.
one more?
The Titanfall bundle was $4.99 like it normally would be. But Microsoft was
Wow.
trying to entice buyers by jumping in.
Probably
Sony doesn't need to
$3.99
entice
then.
anybody.
Well, they still want to, though.
Oh, yeah, they want to, but they don't have to. It would be an added bonus. But realistically, who's really going to get rid of their black PS4 to buy a white one? Because, again, the install base is already
Oh,
massive.
nobody's going to
I know one.
switch
We
up.
know one person that would.
Maybe.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Or do I got to
Maybe.
text you this?
Maybe he will.
I gotta
I
text
know
you
that
what
I'm
you
not
said.
switching up my Vita for a different color. I got the white one on purpose. Aside from the fact that it came with Assassin's Creed. So after all that, after the Destiny stuff was done, are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It sounded like I lost you for a second.
No, trust me, you're not going to lose me.
Well, I didn't know if my sound cut out in my headphones.
Oh. Well, you
Um,
probably knew the way Sony lost me.
So then they announce an exclusive IP up next, and then they show off the Order 1886.
Which it seems interesting.
Huh?
Were you thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, the Order 1886 shows the guy like with his lantern, and he's oddly talking on like a walkie-talkie.
Didn't they show the Order of 18? Is it called Order 1886?
Yeah.
Didn't they talk about that at E3 last year?
Yeah.
Or announce it? Yeah, that's
They
one of the
did,
games
and then
that-
it got delayed.
Oh, okay. That's one of the games I know Sony's had. So I mean, I knew that was
Yeah.
talked about.
Well, it was weird when he announced it, like it was coming up next. He said exclusive new IP. So I'm thinking like it's a new IP, but then that came up, and I was like, that's not new. Like that you've had that for over a year now.
I'm gonna make a note because I want to ask you a question after this.
Go ahead.
No, we're talking about the Order of 1886.
Um, well, it shows the guy walking around with his lantern, and he's talking to like his group on his walkie-talkie.
Is it Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt. No,
I didn't think it was gonna take you that long to get the joke.
that took a second. I was
He
like, Bray
walks.
Wyatt. Who the fuck is Bray Wyatt?
Order of 1886. We're here. You know he was thinking it.
So he runs across this like zombie-looking guy. Did you see the trailer?
No.
Or I guess it wasn't a trailer. I guess it was a demo because it showed him controlling it. Um, he comes across like this zombie-looking guy like eating another person, and I'm like, well, this game has zombies. Like, what the fuck is this? Because the name didn't come up until the end. I didn't know it was the Order 1886 right away. And I was like, damn, this is a weird looking game. So the zombie stands up and he looks over at him and he starts like transforming and like growing muscles, and then he chases him down and he shoots him, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, by the way, it's 8:45 p.m. and it's still daylight.
That's insane.
Yeah, I figured you want to know because you asked about it because you can still see the sunlight coming in.
It gets
It's
dark
getting
here at
dark
like 8
though.
o'clock.
No, we'll get dark between 9 and 9:30.
Jesus.
All right, the question I was going to ask you was The Last Guardian. Do you think it's been canceled
No.
after Sony
Oh,
after I,
I don't know. They say it hasn't, but it's been like 8 years.
do you think that it's in development hell or do you think that it's been canceled? They just don't want to come out and admit it to get bad press,
I think
or do you think that they got lost on the way and they're trying to rebuild it again? Like
I think they're trying to rebuild it for the PS4,
so they're restart from scratch in a sense.
pretty much. Pretty much development hell.
That's what I'm thinking
Like
because
they
again,
realized that it wasn't gonna come out for the PS3, so they just like
but there's
let's
no
just put it on
shame.
PS4.
But there's no shame if they don't want if they're not bringing it to PS3 because by the time it's going to come out, the PS3 is going to be redundant.
Yeah.
So what's the
Well,
point?
that was supposed to be a PS2 game.
Really?
Yeah.
To me, that tells me there's more to it than that. If it's supposed to be we're on the PS4 now,
So
something's seriously going on with that.
that game development cycle missed the PS3 completely.
So you know what it tells me? It tells me either the game is in serious development hell, or they keep starting and they're getting stuck and
Serious
rebuilding it.
development hell.
Why don't you think about the millions they're probably spending and trying to build it, and that they're never going to recuperate from it?
Maybe they will. Maybe that game will come out and it'll be the biggest thing ever. Maybe it'll outsell that game.
Come on, even I'll tell you that's not going to happen.
I know.
Because again, The Last Guardian would have to come out on multiple platforms to make that kind of money.
Yeah.
Unless every single PS4 owner would physically buy it, but you know that's not going to happen.
Oh no.
Because this guy wouldn't buy it if I had a PS4.
No game will ever be on every console, like every PS4 sold.
Yeah, never going to happen.
So then they announced Entwined, which actually leaked beforehand because somebody found out about the what is it? The copyright, trademark. Sony trademarked Entwined, and then earlier that day or the day before that, trophies actually came out for it, like a list of trophies.
Oh.
So we knew that it was coming, and then they announced it here, and it's actually out now on PS4 for $10, and then PS3 and Vita follow with cross-buy. So if you buy it on Vita or PS3, you get the other one for free.
So if you buy it on PS Vita, you get it for the PS3 for free, but if you buy it on the PS3, you get it on Vita for free?
Yeah.
See, that's one thing I will give Sony props for. They actually do that kind of stuff, like cross-buy. I do agree.
But they don't do it enough.
Isn't Sony like one of the only ones who really does that though?
Yeah. I mean, aside from Nintendo, they're the only ones with the handheld.
Yeah, we know Microsoft wouldn't do it. They're too worried about their moolah. That's the only thing Sony's good for.
Will Microsoft ever come out with a handheld?
They have. It's called Windows.
Shut up.
Dude.
Sony's got a phone with games on it.
But did it go anywhere?
Did the fucking Windows phone go anywhere? In your pocket?
Dude, Huh?
It went in your pocket
It goes
everywhere you go.
everywhere.
I wanted a Windows Phone. Um, back before I
Again,
got
I
mine.
told you it has the game. Let me see if I can do it.
That was
It
the
has.
main. That was the main reason I wanted it.
Look at all the games I
Because
have.
it was back when I had my 360,
See, look at all the games. I have plenty of games. I
which by
have
the way is right here.
sexy piece of hardware.
Bullshit.
I have,
It's sexy because it's black.
is his name?
Thank
His
God it
name.
still works.
I like my sexy, slim, glossy Xbox 360 downstairs. I remember when they announced that at E3, my ass went out to Target and got it. I was not letting it go.
I remember when they announced that at E3, it gave one to everybody in attendance.
And yeah, they made fun of me. But
They
yeah,
made
this
fun of
guy
you,
right here, I went through 11 Xbox 360s.
and he's still a fan. I don't understand it.
I
I
got
went
a
through like 6, and I was done.
I got a free Connect out of it, so it works.
Is that why you're still a fan? Because they gave you your Connect?
Yeah, because I had Connect for like 2.5 months before it released. I got to play Connect bowling in my room, and I got to sit there and not tell anybody about it, even though I wanted to so bad.
You could have texted me. I wouldn't have been like, ooh, ooh, I'm calling the cops.
I was
He's
under
breaking his cop.
NDA. They knew me, and they would have took me out of the program, and I wouldn't have got the free goodies they gave
I
me.
wouldn't have ratted you out. I'd have been like, why didn't you freaking sign me up?
Dude.
The best times was when we were in those freaking
You,
dashboard update betas.
do you see the tears?
I do. Because you didn't sign me up. I didn't get a free Connect.
It was not an invite thing. They privately invited people. They just selected people randomly.
Why'd they select you and not me? I had a higher gamer score.
Do I
I
have a
was
higher,
the king. What?
don't I have a higher gamer score than you now?
Yeah, now. I was talking about back then.
Because they knew.
Because they knew it in the future. So back to the conference.
Sorry, we derailed that.
Totally. But that's not the first time. They announced a new standalone DLC, which means that you don't have to have the game to play it. It's like the Dead Rising Case Zero and then the Case West. You could just buy them and play it without having Dead Rising 2.
Hmm.
It's for Infamous Second Son, and then they show a trailer for it. And if you buy it and you do have Infamous Second Son, you get exclusive content in the game.
Ooh.
It's called Infamous First Light.
Is
Totally new
that the female
character.
character?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if I haven't played Infamous Second Son, so I can't say totally new character. I don't know if she's in Infamous Second Son, but she's not the main character in Infamous Second Son, so totally new character.
Could it be Puppy Girl that we talked about?
Puppy Girl's STDs, that's her power.
Yes.
That is coming August 2014.
Oh, that's pretty
So,
good.
and then they oddly announced Little Big Planet 3. And they demoed it. It's got 2.5D gameplay now. So, like, it's not just a side scroller. You can go, like, back and then come forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They announced 3 new characters. This looks like 2. This is 3. Odd Sock, which is like a dog. Yeah. It's Vader time.
Exactly.
Or live long and prosper, if you're a Trekkie. Odd Sock, which is like a dog character. Toggle, which is a guy who goes from being really big and heavy to being really tiny. He can fit in a lot of small places. And Swoop, which is like a bird that flies. They demo it, showing off the features, and then they show a trailer for it. Launches in November, and it will include all user-created levels from Little Big Planet 1 and 2 with updated graphics. So, you're talking millions of user-created levels.
All right, but I have a question. The character that can go from really big to really small.
Mm-hmm.
What if he goes into a small crease and grows big? Does he destroy it then?
I don't think it'll let you
No, I
go
mean
big in a
it's
small
just an interesting
crease.
question I have. I know this probably sounds stupid. I was just curious
I don't think the game will allow you to.
because I would be destroying people's levels left and right. If that was it.
Get
I'd
this
buy a
fucking
PS4
wall
just
out
for
of
that.
here.
I go to your game like, fuck your game.
So then Yoshida comes out. He gets a standing ovation, actually. And he's here to introduce a new IP from Software. I didn't stutter. That's the name of the company, From Software.
Mhm.
They're the ones who make Dark Souls. Have you played Dark Souls yet?
I haven't had
It is
Xbox Live
free on
Gold.
Xbox
I
360.
don't have gold.
God damn it.
I know, right?
Log into Brad's account.
He already downloaded it.
Son of a bitch.
I know. I missed Saints Row the Third also.
Hey, you didn't miss much.
I just wanted a free game.
That's true. For free, it's worth it. Totally. For $10, it's worth it. Totally. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as 4. I did a playthrough of that one. Um, so they announced the new IP to be Bloodborne, and it's coming 2015 from director.
Director
I'm gonna
what?
fuck this name up.
I thought you said Director Hen. I'm like, he's a fucking hen?
Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Takamichi Nuku?
Takamichi Nuku. That's the director.
Okay.
That,
Takamichi
that is
Nuku.
officially the director. Okay, so after that comes my big moment. Far Cry 4 is up next. This is the longest paragraph I wrote in this entire thing.
They're showing
I
Far Cry again?
yeah.
Well, I know they showed it earlier, but yeah.
Well, that was at Ubisoft.
But still, Sony had to march in and grab it again.
Fuck yeah. This is a much better.
Was
Like
that a different demo?
before they just showed like the 5 minutes of the opening. This is like
Yeah.
an actual gameplay demo.
Oh, so this is actual physical in-game footage.
Yeah, totally.
Oh,
And I had a
okay.
lot of it too.
Oh, so they weren't showing the same thing they showed earlier.
Oh no, no.
Okay.
I don't think anybody doubled up on footage.
Don't they normally do that though?
I don't think so. Like show like the exact same footage.
I know Call of Duty does that. Like when they go to the different booths, they show the same gameplay demo they just did.
Well, that's Call of Duty though.
Well, so I was just curious if they showed the same thing.
Well.
Sometimes they just play it differently instead of showing anything different.
The name of the map this time is Kyrat. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's Kyrat. It's in like the Himalayan mountains. So it's all like snowy and the mountains are freaking. They showed like off in the distance and it's just way up there. And
I like
insanely
that.
tall. I even wrote it down. Mountains are insanely tall. Uh, Actual gameplay is shown as he grapples from like cliff to cliff. He'll like toss out the grappling hook and then swing over, climb up, everything. They actually showed a crossbow, which I thought was missing horribly from Far Cry 3. They did have a bow and arrow in Far Cry 3, but no crossbow. He goes into like this camp area and he's sneaking around and he has to kill these guys. And he gets stuck in this area where there's these guys down below him, so he attaches C4 to a barrel and then kicks the barrel off into the group of guys and then explodes it. So that was pretty cool. Jumps into a Jeep, goes for some cliffside driving. Driving. And then jumps from his Jeep to a truck, kills the passenger, goes in the truck, kills the driver, and then takes control of the truck before driving the truck off the cliff. He jumps out of the truck, deploys his wingsuit, floats down, deploys his parachute, lands safely. He lands in an area where there's elephants all around. Not all around, there was like 3 or 4 elephants.
Can you kill the elephants?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
You can kill anything in this game. You need to play Far Cry 3, dude.
I wonder if the elephants
Seriously.
attack you.
They do.
Oh, that is awesome.
And they will fucking kill you.
I want to roll on top of me.
And then we see for the first time that there is co-op in the story, apparently.
Oh, interesting.
Because he calls in somebody to help him with a gyrocopter.
I'm sure that's well welcomed in your eyes.
So he jumps on this guy's gyrocopter and is flying around shooting the shit out of this place. The elephants are stomping around and blowing up the cars, and it's a good time all around. You liberate fortresses this time instead of the little compounds from the Far Cry 3. I know you don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
Play the game. Trust me, it is well worth whatever price it is these days, and it's cheap on consoles. So then Adam Boys comes out. Boyes. Adam Boys, I think. To announce that PS3 and PS4 gamers of Far Cry 3 can invite their friends to join them even if they don't own the game.
Huh. How does that
I
work?
don't know how that's going to work.
I mean, I
No,
like the
no
idea.
explanation, just the crowd went wild.
Do it on Xbox so you can invite me.
I don't have an Xbox.
Xbox 360, you have down by your feet.
I'm not going to buy a game for that. That's not even mine.
Fucking elbow drop it and go get a copy. Come on.
So then they announce a new Deep Silver zombie game. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Dead Island 2.
The first two, the Reptile was painful.
Yes.
I died at the
But
very beginning.
Riptide was a rushed pile of shit. Dead Island 1 was good. I think. And I know you think too, because you fucking beasted it.
Yeah, after I kept falling through the map.
Well, that's... But Deep Silver's come a long way since then. Um, so, PS4 exclusive content for Dead Island 2. This guy just came out and just announced stuff like left and right, so I just had to keep typing it.
You just have to keep typing it.
Diablo 3, when it comes to PS4,
Yeah.
they are going to have the Last of Us clickers in Diablo 3. The
Oh, what about that? Yeah.
mutated guys. Yeah, they're going to be enemies in Diablo 3. More talk about Battlefield Hardline beta and a new trailer was shown. And then he was talking something about Disney Infinity. It's like really dark there. What the fuck? Is it nighttime? Is it nighttime now?
It's just about nighttime.
Well, it is 9 o'clock.
Welcome to West Virginia.
I mean, you don't have to turn on your light. I can still see you, but...
Welcome to West Virginia.
Thank you. One day you'll officially welcome me there.
I've been to California.
As soon as you drive to California and pick me up.
Hey, I flew. You can fly now.
I'm not flying.
Dude, flying is fun.
No, it's not.
I'm still alive.
Barely.
I did not. Dude, I wasn't going to play hide and seek like the Malaysian airline. I made it.
Really? Because you came to California and I didn't see your ass once.
I was so busy.
How in the hell? How long have we been talking?
20.4 years to be exact.
That's right. That's an exact number. It's a wrong number, but it's an exact number. But anyway, he mentioned something about Destiny or Disney Infinity. And then he mentions Destiny again with talk of launch day exclusive content. Like I said, this was just left and right. I was just typing and just listening to what he was saying, barely catching it. So yeah, launch day exclusive content for Destiny. They announced a new partnership with Paradox Interactive. Where'd your video go?
I'm here. Hold on a minute. Alright. Sorry about that. I told you I was here still.
Okay, we're still trying to see. There you are. Okay. Alright,
Real quick, do you know they announced that Destiny is on the Xbox One is going to be 1080 now at 30 frames per second?
I haven't heard anything about it.
Bungie confirmed it today.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it's going to be. They're aiming for 10. They either confirmed it or they said that they're pretty sure they're going to be able to hit the 1080p at 30 frames per second, not 60 but 30.
30's playable.
I don't see what the big deal is going to be.
It really only matters on PC. It doesn't really matter on consoles.
I don't care how beautiful my game is. Just let me play the damn thing.
I do care because I'm a PC player. I want my game to be as beautiful as possible. Watch Dogs.
You know how you feel about Watch Dogs still. You want me to take you back to E3, what was it, 2011, 2012?
12.
See it?
No.
Should I do that?
I've seen that trailer so many times before the game came out. So they announced a new partnership with Paradox Interactive, and we get a first look at their new game, Magica 2, which I own Magica 1. It's on PC.
Touche.
Um, then they announced that Double Fine is remastering Grim Fandango, which got a huge applause from the crowd.
When I heard Fandango, I was thinking about WWE Fandango.
Yeah, I was fandangoing. Do, do, do. It's exclusively coming to PS4 and Vita. PS3 is being ignored on that one. Devolver Digital titles will make console debuts on PS platforms, PlayStation platforms, exclusively, including Broforce, Not a Hero, Hotline Miami 2, Crow Team, Titan Souls, and there was like one or two others that I didn't catch the name of. Suda51's next game, only coming to PS4, Let It Die, comes 2015. I don't know if you know who Suda51 is.
No, when you said Let It Die, I was thinking they talk about the PS3.
Wow. Wow. Let's not mention that Xbox didn't even mention the 360 at their
I
conference.
know! Don't get me started when we get to the Wii U. They should have been talking about the Wii U.
Oh
Go
my
ahead, Phil.
god. Do you know Suda51 at all? No. I I don't like his games. I think his games are fucking stupid. But apparently a lot of people like them. So Giant Squid announces their new game, Abzu, ABZU. It stands for something, but I didn't catch it because it was really tiny writing. So they show that. A ton of names for upcoming games are shown on the screen behind them, and I
Huh.
wasn't even going to attempt to type them all out.
I like that.
So if you guys want to see those names, you can find the conference on IGN and look for it yourself.
Just Google that shit.
The console debut on PS4 is announced, and gameplay trailer is shown off for No Man's Sky, which looks really damn cool. It's an infinite. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sean Murray comes out from Hello Games, which is the company that's making it. Uh, every player starts off on a different planet in an infinite procedural universe. So this thing goes on forever, literally forever, and it's all randomized.
Like Sony's conference.
Yes, yes.
2 hours.
And then they show another trailer. So Andrew House comes back out, and he's talking about the peripherals. He actually takes a shot at Microsoft.
I saw that and I thought that was very tasteless after everything. Really, you
The
knew he couldn't help himself.
the crowd really dug it though. The
Of
crowd really
course,
dug
but
it.
the thing about it is that's what to me made it very classless by Sony. Sony just couldn't, but they're winning just to bow out, but no, they couldn't let it go. I was waiting for no, seriously, I'm waiting for Phil Spencer to do this. Halo 2 anniversary, drop the mic, your turn, bitches, and walk out. That's what he should have did.
That's what he should have done. And then I
Think
would have
about
been like, "Oh, Sony, your game." So he actually says he's talking about the PlayStation camera, and he says that they've offered it as an option to gamers uh, since day one or something like that. And he gets like this coy like look in his eye, and the crowd knows what the fuck he's talking about. The crowd goes wild. So then he shows up on the screen. They show Project Morpheus, which is their VR deal. You
Is
know what
this
I'm
going to
talking
turn
about?
into is this going to turn into another PS Move thing where they're just going to neglect it and it's going to go off and die?
I hope not, because I think this is really the future.
But I mean, the concept is awesome, but the problem is Sony had so much potential with PS Move and they let it die that quick. Look at the fucking Wonder
Because
Book.
nobody wanted it. Dude,
Look at the Wonder
fuck
Book.
Wonder Book in the asshole.
I wanted the Wonder Book so bad. I would have bought a PS3 just for the Wonder Book.
If that's what would have made you buy a PS3, then that is sad, because that fucking shit
It's like
sucked.
fucking witch. It's like fucking witchcraft.
Dude, the
But I have a
minute
feeling
they
Sony's
showed
gonna.
that, I was like, oh my god. And then it just went on and on and on. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah. Have you heard of the Oculus Rift?
Yes.
Yes. So this is pretty much like that, but it's on PlayStation.
Didn't Facebook buy the Oculus Rift?
Yes, for
Okay.
$2 billion.
I wish I had two
Uh,
billion.
they have the Project Morpheus at their booth now, since E3 opened today, and there's like 4 or 5 playable games on it right now at the booth, which doesn't mean shit to me because I'm not there. Even though
Tell me about it.
it's literally like a stone's throw that way from my house.
Stone throw.
It's a pretty long stone throw, but I mean,
Let's walk it. Come
I
on, I'll
could
come
take
over.
I could take the fucking train for 20 minutes and be at E3 right now.
Go get Chad and do it.
I can't get in.
You could throw Chad. Chad's small enough he can sneak in.
Yeah, he sneaks in. What do I do?
He can hide in somebody's book bag.
He gets to play the games. I don't get to play shit.
Just choke them your way in. You can see you're the big show.
Can I see your badge? No, fuck you. So, so this is where it went downhill. He brings out Sean Layden, who starts talking about the PSN. They start throwing stats at us, which I don't mind stats as much as what came later. 95% of the PS4 sold are connected to the PSN. Pretty good stat.
Congratulations to them.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Over a billion multiplayer. These numbers came fast and furious. I could not get them all. Over a billion multiplayer sessions. The share button on the controller has been pressed 220 million times. YouTube is coming to PS4, and that's a big one for me, because as you know, I upload game footage to YouTube, and
But
the
it's an
ability
app.
to upload video captures is coming.
But it's an app.
I know it's an app. It's fucking
Sony is all
YouTube.
against. Sony's all against app. Microsoft doing the entertainment apps thing, but Sony's doing it. But it's okay.
Oh, well, like I said on Twitter, Xbox stole PlayStation's playbook to get their console like more appealing. PlayStation clearly stole Xbox's playbook on freaking this conference. So they announced new free DLC for Playroom is coming this summer, which I've never used Playroom. I don't have a PS4. I have no recollection of it. Recollection. I don't even have an opinion on it. More than 25 free-to-play games are coming in the next 12 months to PS4. One of them is going to be H1Z1, which I'm shocked they didn't talk about at this conference. I'm getting the idea you don't know what H1Z1 is.
I'm thinking I might, but I'm not positive.
It's a open world zombie survival game, an MMO.
Okay, you know. I'm thinking of something else then.
Have you ever heard of DayZ?
Yes, because we talked about DayZ many times.
Okay. It is pretty much just like DayZ, only better.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's being made by Sony.
Oh.
It's coming to PS or PC first,
It
but
might come eventually.
they're gonna bring it to PS4,
That might
and
be
it is free to play. Do what?
It might be 8 years from now.
Well, you know,
At the rate
as
they're
long as I get to play it on PC, I don't give a fuck if it ever comes to PS4.
It's gonna be the last Guardian Junior.
A video is shown about the free-to-play titles across PS4, PS3, and Vita. He comes back out after the video is shown because the video kind of dragged on. PlayStation Now is discussed, the service that not launches streams.
Isn't it in
the
beta
older
right
games.
now?
It is in beta. It's in closed
Is it?
beta right now.
Yeah, John's in it, and John bitches that he can never play anything.
Yeah, it's coming to open beta July 31st on PS4.
Uh,
Shortly after that, it'll come to open beta on PS3 and Vita.
oh, I gotcha.
So since I have a Vita, I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always looking for something to play. They didn't announce it, but they reiterated that with a DualShock, you can play games on the new Sony Bravia TVs
Okay.
without a console. So somehow PlayStation Now is being integrated into the Bravia TVs.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. PlayStation TV, which came out last year, I think, in Japan, is coming to US this fall for $100. There's also a $139 bundle that comes with a controller, HDMI, 8 GB card, which can also be used on the Vita, and the digital title for Lego Movie the game.
Now this is PS TV, correct?
PS TV.
Now here's my gripe because I talked about this earlier and I
A
got like
gripe with you and PlayStation?
yeah.
Shocked.
Here's my thing. Microsoft did about their TV and stuff, right? Like with live TV, like integrating all this into the. I know you're just saying integrate into the PS4, it's its own standalone thing, but
Yeah.
but Sony is actually touching on TV for Sony's. Is this like an add-on to the PS4 or whatever, or is this
This
a separate?
is like a standalone thing, I think.
Oh, so it's not like
I'm not 100% sure what the
like
fuck this does.
I'm assuming it can connect. Like when they say it's PlayStation TV, I'm assuming that you can. I thought you could play games on the wall as well as taking it. Like it was like you could connect it to your PS or your PS4. Because I'm like, why are they iterating so much on TV when they harp on Microsoft all this time about TV apps and all that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? It's like it's okay for Sony to do it, but Microsoft did it. My God, everybody cried foul.
I'm gonna look this up real quick.
I'm just curious.
Because
You know me.
I honestly have no idea what the fuck this thing does.
Because that's just my problem with Sony. They pick apart everything Microsoft does wrong, but yet when they do it, it's perfectly normal. Like everybody
Okay.
sings their praise.
Okay, that's what it is. Then this $99 device. This is from Fox News, by the way, so take this with a grain of salt.
Yeah, because Fox News is reliable as.
Yeah, it's an article they wrote about it. This $99 device lets users stream video, older PlayStation titles, and games for Sony's handheld Vita system to any TV.
So pretty much, it's like an entertainment hub technically.
Yeah,
See, that's just my
it's
problem.
basically a PlayStation Now, but like a standalone version. Is what I'm taking it.
But my problem with, like I just said, my problem with it is Sony says we're all about the games, but to me it's kind of like they're forcing their TV stuff. You know what I mean? If they like they're bundling it all into one thing and that's fine, but it's like
Yeah.
they're kind of forcing it. To me, that's my problem. Sony is always saying about Microsoft. They're about games first. Well, to me, it's like they're trying to push the TV iteration. Oh, they shouldn't be doing that. If
Yeah.
they're contradicting what they did last E3. And again, to me, Jack Tritton, again, Microsoft,
Oh, Jack.
Jack,
Jack.
seriously, I called E3 perfectly last year when I said Sony's will come out of the gate with the DRM thing. They're going to say that used games are capable. I told you everything down to a T.
That was the best moment ever.
Yeah, I told you they were going to do it down to a T. But honestly, Jack Tritton did it he did it classy though. He didn't like pop shop Microsoft the entire time. Like he goes, we won't have this. I mean, I like the way he did, but when they did it earlier in the show about the whole Connect thing, that to me that was just a nut shot, just to be rude.
A nutshell.
But now they're pulling this PlayStation TV thing, and the crowd praises it. But it's like, weren't you last year making fun of Microsoft for touching on TV media entertainment?
I mean,
So
the crowd didn't really praise it though.
See, from what I've read, I didn't see that part because again, my stream just wasn't there. So again, I heard they praised it.
They might have. I just remember being sitting here just like typing.
So that's my problem.
I was getting bored.
That's my problem. Sony, to me, I just can't respect them after they say one thing, then they go back and reiterate a different point about it, thinking that people's going to forget them. Just because you had a good E3 last year doesn't mean anything in my books.
Well, I mean, you forgive
I can
Microsoft
forgi-
when they reversed everything.
I forgive Microsoft because I love them forever.
Well,
But-
then it turns into a fanboy issue though.
The Nintendo can fuck me over 8 years in a row, and I'll still love them at the end of the day if they give me one good game.
Banjo.
Yes. No, Microsoft owns Banjo now.
That's right.
They gave me
Rare.
they gave me Donkey Kong, so I was
right.
back.
Ugh.
I waited all that time for Donkey Kong. But yeah, Sony's conference did go a little too long.
Yeah, and it's because of all this stuff. Like they let this guy out here, and he just kept going.
He didn't know when to shut it.
The next thing that they showed was world premiere gameplay footage of Mortal Kombat X. Which, how long has Mortal Kombat been around? Like 20 fucking years?
It's just about as old as I am.
And they're just now getting to their 10th game. Like, I guess that's better than releasing a game every year, but... So then after all that, you think it's over.
You think it's over? I'm sitting here praying it's over.
It's not. We still got a little bit to cover. So then Andrew House comes back out, and we're like, okay, he's gonna announce, or he's not gonna announce. He's gonna be like, oh, we have one more thing to show you, and then it's gonna be like big announcement. No, he talks about Sony's first original TV series called Powers, which is about a graphic novel. And I went to Twitter and Facebook, and what did I post, Mark?
I remember you, the Grand Theft Auto.
No, 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 not the Grand Theft Auto yet.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back. Hold on.
About Sony and TV.
I'm trying to because I was there last night. I'm trying to think because there was a
Yeah.
lot going on last night. I was very confused.
It was the post with the Grand Theft Auto, but it was the original post.
What was it? I'm trying to remember because you were going on and off. I'm like, oh shit.
I was.
I'm trying to remember. Let me go by Facebook. I'm sure, but I don't remember. Because I'll just remember. Because I remember at the very end you were freaking.
I can go read it to you if you want me to.
There it is. Sony's talking about. Okay, because you're talking about There's the Wait, so I know that's about Uncharted. Or Hide and Just Annoy. Don't make a remake. PS4 version. Kojima song. Oh, Metal Gear Solid, isn't it?
No.
Because I see John. There's more. So I never remembered games I said. Then you wrote "fuck you, Rockstar Games." I knew it.
Yeah, it was the original post to that. Like it's what you replied to. I said, Sony, you're talking about TV. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, okay, that's what you're referring to. I thought you were talking about Grand Theft Auto at that time.
Yeah. No, not yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Yet.
Go away, timer. What are you doing? Not timer. Go away, menu. What are you doing? Get off of Mark's face, dude. Come on, what the fuck is happening right now?
I don't think it likes me anymore. I think my stay has been. I think my welcome has.
There we go.
I don't think I'm welcome
Damn it,
anymore.
now it came back up.
Well, Jesus Christ, Garfield! God damn.
Fuck it. Okay, so after that's finally over, we're like, okay, finally over. Then they announce Ratchet and Clank the movie. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, what are they doing?
Why are they doing that when they could bring back Crash Bandicoot for Christ's sake?
This is so like, this is turning into the Microsoft Xbox One reveal, where it was like TV, sports, dogs, fish, TV, sports, Xbox go home. So then after that was finally all done, then we get a trailer for The Last of Us Remastered.
This is where I also have another problem.
It comes out July 29th, so they officially announced the date. And I went on Facebook again and Twitter and posted, was that PS4 footage? Because The Last of Us looked great on PS, or no, yeah, I said, was that PS4 footage? Because it looked excellent on PS3. So I don't exactly get what they're remastering for PS4.
I thought Last of Us looked good and looked great on PS3.
It did. It looked excellent.
But here's my problem. I mean, again, I can't justify why would people spend $60 for. Is it still 60 at retail for PS3?
I'm not sure.
I'm just going to justify it is. But what's going to make people want to spend $60 again for it?
I can check.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound negative when I say that. But again, they're like, oh, well, it comes with all the DLC.
Well, this is supposedly for the people who bought a PS4. It is $60 actually. This is supposedly for people who bought a PS4, like coming from the 360, and they missed The Last of Us.
But it should be at this kind of rate.
But I mean, Last of Us was great. If I had a PS4, I'd buy it because I didn't officially buy it the first time.
I'm not knocking Naughty Dog because I heard that it was a masterpiece on its own right.
It was excellent. It was.
I mean, I'm not knocking it because again, I watched some of the campaign footage on YouTube, and I mean, again, it was fantastic. I mean, I love the way it looked. But my problem is they wanted $60.
$60.
The normal person who has a PS3 probably jump to the PS4, and they want them to give them another $60 for it. Yeah, you get the DLC, but to me, that's not worth. If you already have it on the Xbox, the PS3, why? Yeah, it should be on Xbox. But you know what I mean.
That's what I'm saying, man. I've told you that before. I think they should do away with exclusive shit.
They should. I agree with the whole.
Because you missed The Last of Us.
Okay, all jokes aside, I can sit here and bash Sony up and down all day and all night because I love doing it because it makes me feel good.
Because you're a
But
dick.
because I'm a dick, just like you bash Microsoft.
Because I'm a dick.
But at the end of the day, I honestly, if I could get a PS3 and play Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, I would do it in a heartbeat because I think it would be great. Same with Heavy Rain and
That's what
The
I'm
Last of
saying,
Us.
man. Like,
But
with you
I
having
honestly,
only an Xbox, you missed all these titles. Like,
but
to
that's
me,
the
that's
problem.
not fair.
As a gamer, that's a problem with everybody because again, you got people like somebody that we both know, for instance, who bashes Microsoft up and down. He probably eats, sleeps, and drinks that way. When he probably shits, it's probably the same way. But
He
point.
shits Xbox logos.
So my thing is, there's so many good games that people will never get the experience or immerse themselves in those worlds because people are too set in their ways that that other brand is not good. When actually, if you don't believe in their policies, that's your problem. But enjoy the games. The developers suffer because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing against Uncharted. I mean, I would love to play Uncharted 1, 2, 3. I played a gameplay demo of Uncharted 3 out of GameStop, and I had the biggest grin on my face the whole time. I'm like, I want to buy a PS3 now. But I can't justify it for just one game.
They've got epic games. It pisses me off that people have to miss out on the experience because they chose this console
Fanboys.
instead of this one.
It's all about the fanboyisms.
Hmm.
And I'm leading the Xbox army.
I'm leading the PC Master Race.
I wish I had a Sharpie in here because I put X's on my hands right now.
Master Race PC.
Xbox.
We're
And
not
we
the
know what
fucking.
Sony
We're not the
stands.
Wonder Twins.
Wonder Powers unite!
So then after that,
No,
we get
we're
Wait,
Jericho.
what?
No, we're Jericho. We're nobody else but them.
Jericho. I thought we were
Showmiz.
Showmiz. Yeah, I was trying to
Yeah,
remember the name.
Yeah.
We get Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain trailer.
Which we all believe in. Except for me.
Sure. Unless it comes to PC, I'm not going to be able to play it. So
But we'll still believe.
I will believe. And then the big moment came that I gave up all hope and
Oh.
just said fuck it and wanted to just go to bed.
This
Because,
is the moment when Leave the Memories Alone cued.
yes, because it was announced that Grand Theft Auto 5 would be making its way to PlayStation 4 this fall. It was also announced, and I missed it due to my rage, but PS3 and 360 owners can transfer their saves of Grand Theft Auto Online. Not Grand Theft Auto 5, but Grand Theft Auto Online. So that you don't have to restart your character. It wasn't until after this moment, when I had already went on to Twitter and Facebook and raged the fuck out, that I found out that it was also coming to Xbox One and PC Master Race.
This was the best thing I've seen last night when he was raging. It was the greatest thing ever.
It was the greatest thing ever when I found out it was coming to PC because I have been waiting forever.
I'm just shocked it took so long.
Well, now I feel like they could take as long as they want, as long as it's a
Don't
good ass
encourage
port.
them.
Well,
Don't
I need a good port, man. GTA 4 on PC
Yeah.
was shit.
But that's the thing. Don't encourage them because they might take another year or two.
They better not, man. That shit better come out this fall. It'll already be a year since it came out.
Can't believe it's been long
Last
already.
gen. Huh?
Can't believe it's almost been a year since it came out.
I know. September.
And it's the first Grand Theft Auto game I actually physically played all the way through, except for Vice City and 3.
That's sad.
I beat 3 in Vice City. San Andreas I gave up on completely, and yeah, I gave up on 4. So I beat this one. I was very proud of myself.
I beat them all.
Smart ass.
Grand Theft Auto is my franchise. You have your Halo
And Gears of War.
and Gears of War and any
And
other
I-
franchise that you love as much as you do. My
No, just
number
them.
one franchise of all time is without a doubt Grand Theft Auto 5. Or Grand Theft Auto. Not Grand Theft Auto 5, that's not a franchise. But yeah. So then that happened. And then we got actual gameplay footage of Batman Arkham Knight, which
Didn't that get
looked
pushed back to 2015?
2015. sadly. But you know what? It's okay. That's not coming out this year because we just got fucking Arkham Origins, and that was a clusterfuck. But they didn't make Arkham Origins. Another studio did. Um, but I'm gonna let them take their time because I want their final Batman game to be out of this world epic. And from the look of it, it is. Uh, and then the final thing they showed, of course, I'm sure everybody knows by now, is the Big Daddy Uncharted 4: A Thief's Tale, A Thief's End. I don't know why I wrote A Thief's Tale.
The name of the title was actually interesting because I wonder if this is going to be the end of the Drake
It's leading
storyline.
to it, man.
I thought Uncharted 3 was supposed to be the end.
Well, I mean, Gears of War 3 was supposed to be the end, right?
Don't remind me because it makes me sad.
Hey,
But
Halo
I
3
think
was supposed to be the end, right?
we knew he was coming back.
Did
But
we?
no,
Did we?
Bungie teased it at the very end.
But Bungie didn't make Halo 4.
That's the only thing Bungie did good in their time with Halo was do the teaser at the end of Halo 3 where Chief was flying towards Requiem. But my question is, I didn't play Uncharted, but at the end of number 3, did they leave it open for a sequel, or was that originally supposed to be the end?
I don't know, I didn't play it. But I
Yep.
played it, I didn't beat it. My PS3 died.
Oh,
Yeah, sadly.
unfortunate.
Totally.
No, I mean, I think it's great. I'm glad Sony's getting an actual killer. They're getting a killer game back
Yeah,
because
this is definitely
uh,
their biggest franchise.
because I'm not saying Last of Us. I mean, again, Last of Us is a simple port. Last of Us is going to rival what Halo Master Chief Collection is this year. You know what I mean? They're going to be the
Well,
two big games colliding to a sense.
with
So
Last of Us Remastered, you just get The Last of Us.
yeah, but I mean, you have 4 Halo games, but all of them,
Yeah.
but most of them are ancient.
You get a
But
better deal with Halo.
yeah, because I mean, you
That's a
get four
Sony
games.
fanboy saying that.
Yeah, but it's great for Sony because Sony's finally will get one of their massive IPs are coming back. Because again, I'd rather see Uncharted come back than a 20th God of War game.
20th. Try like a fucking 6th.
And then,
6th. I think that was 2 PSP games. Your fucking video just went off again. Are you there?
yeah, hold on a minute.
Thought I lost you. Oddly enough, right before we jumped to Nintendo. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's
There you
it's
are.
one of those stories. Yeah, but
One of those stories.
it's one of those stories I'll have to tell you off cam. But to make a long story short, I'm
Oh,
glad Sony's having one of their franchises come back. Because like think about we have Halo 5 coming out next year for Xbox One. So again, we're finally getting our stepping stones back.
oh, I forgot to mention. 2015 announced for
Yes.
Uncharted. I
So
didn't
think
even
about
mention that
next
part.
year. There's going to be a game on both consoles next year that's actually going to make the fans extremely happy.
Both console selling games.
Yep.
Those numbers are gonna go up, up, up.
And I'm going to be welcome back into the world of Halo, and people is going to be into Uncharted, and you're going to be in Grand Theft Auto exploding with Chad.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait to mod that game. I'm gonna make that game look 20 times better than it looks already.
And I can't wait to see it.
You will. On my videos. Because I can finally do actual videos of us playing online.
Oh, snap.
Instead of sitting here with a camera right here, recording my TV,
Or
and
classic,
calling it HD.
or classic recordings when we play Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah.
When you slammed the helicopter into me and Chad. Or Chad
That was
slammed
Chad
us.
sending it into me and you. Hit us right in the freaking face with a helicopter. Yes, this is Mark from that video. The Grand Theft Auto stunts,
I'm
glitches,
still in One Piece
bloopers?
though.
I think it was stunts, glitches, and bloopers. That was part 2. The first one I did a Metallica song on, and then YouTube silenced the video. So the second one I made sure our voices were heard instead of music.
YouTube was just like YouTube did the Brock Lesnar promo to you.
YouTube killed my video.
My client, YouTube. And it
21
just
and
goes.
1.
So this is what we're going to talk about now. If I can get it to look, I can't. Oh my damn! Look, there it is. It's the Mario Kart 8 bundle.
Are they doing a bundle for it?
Yeah, I saw it at Best Buy when it came out.
Oh, okay. So I guess we can jump to Nintendo now.
All right, let's give Sony its report card. Oh, you didn't give Microsoft its report card. So what'd you give Microsoft? An eight.
I was gonna do it at the end.
Oh, congratulations! I didn't know that. Let's go.
So
All right,
I didn't see Nintendo.
I will try to walk you through Nintendo's. Let me go through my private messages with you so I can
Well, I
give
have
you.
it right here.
Oh,
I
okay.
can
Then
I,
you
can-
then
I
you
just read
talk
it to
about
you.
it and I'll explain it. How's that sound?
Okay. A new Mario game.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me talk about one thing first.
Okay.
Bayonetta 2 was shown. I don't know if you
Boo.
know Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 2 was shown for Wii U. They showed a lengthy little gameplay footage of it, and when you if you buy the disc version, it comes with Bayonetta 1 also. So you
Wow.
get. But here's the funny thing: if you don't buy Bayonetta, if you buy it off the eShop, you don't get Bayonetta 1.
Oh, say goodbye
So
to all the
so
eShop
Nintendo,
people.
so Nintendo will castrate you if you buy the digital version.
Buy it directly
But
from us, and then
it,
we'll not give you everything.
I'm not a fan of Bayonetta because I had it on Xbox 360.
I played like the demo or something.
Yeah, I had the full retail game.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it looked pretty nice for what Wii U is. It looks pretty good. Of course, it looks like an Xbox 360 game, but it looked pretty good. So, okay. So let me take you back because I didn't have that wrote down, so I know I was going to forget to tell you. All right, E3 opened up with I don't know who the guy was, but Reggie Fils, and they start they start
You don't
fighting.
know who Reggie is?
I know who Reggie Fils is, but I don't know who the other guy was.
Oh, it was two guys. Okay.
Yeah, and they were fighting back and forth, like it was like an actual fight, and it took us into Super Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Oh, okay.
And as they were fighting, they finally sat onto like a couch area, and they introduced that the Mii characters are the newcomers. And there's three styles. There's brawler. There's one with a sword, and then there's another class. There's three classes in it, and they each have so many moves. So like they have a lot of moves. Um, let's see. Um, they showed they showed off Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS, which honestly I'm shocked at how bad it looked. Because after seeing the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time HD remake for for the 3DS, how good it looked, this looked terrible, completely terrible. And it releases I think in August or September. So it comes out this year for the 3DS, but Super Smash Bros. Wii U comes out holiday. And that's when they introduced the Amiibo, or what are they called? How I have it right down, the Amiibo, or what are they? Let me. Uh, I wrote it down here. Every next Nintendo has shown Splatoon Amiibo. Yeah, Amiibo. They're action figures. Okay.
Hmm.
Think Disney Infinity, for instance.
Or like
Think Infinity.
Skylanders.
Think Skylanders. They're Nintendo characters in those action figures, and you put it on the. There's like a chip built into the gamepad of the Wii U, and you set them down in there, and it reads it and it downloads it into the game, and then you start playing. Like that character will join you and play with you, and apparently you can customize it, and you can take it to a friend's house and put it onto their Wii gamepad, and it downloads onto their Wii U, and then it plays. So it's more or less like an AI that plays with you.
I never got
It,
into the whole freaking buying toys to play a game thing.
Now, to me, it don't really even benefit your game. Like it's going to work with multiple games like Mario Party 10, Mario Kart, on the new Mario Kart that just came out. It's going to work with several different games. But they showed a list
It
of
works on
different.
Mario Kart?
They will work on Mario Kart, yes. And
Damn.
I don't see how it's going to work on Mario Kart, but that's just me. Again, they really didn't go into detail about it. But like I know they showed the figures were going to be of Mario, Donkey Kong. I think Pikachu was shown Wii Fit Trainer.
Pikachu!
Samus was shown, and I think a few others.
Charmander!
Charmander.
I want
They
to
should do
play
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
They sure should Pokemon Trainer. Okay, let me go.
I want a 3DS.
I'd get to 2DS to be honest.
I can't fit that damn thing in my pocket.
Okay, let's see. They announced a new Mario game. Okay, it's let's just say it's like a Mario level building game. Like you can build the levels yourself. Like you remember how the Mario on the NES looked?
Like there's no levels in the game, you have to build them.
Pretty much, you build.
So the game comes with no levels.
That's how I'm taking it. I could be wrong, but the way they showed you the demo, it's you build the entire like you'll build the level. Like there might be a template, but you can erase stuff and add stuff. Like you can add tunnels, you can add bricks and stuff. Like enemies, you can add all this different stuff, and you can switch it back and forth from 2D to the standardized, like current day Mario side scroller, to back when it was on the NES.
It's like Mario 3D World.
Something similar. I just saw it. Where did I see it? Was I see it? It's called Mario Maker.
Mario Maker.
Yeah, I'll send you.
That's for Wii U.
That's coming out for the Wii U. Yes, and it comes out I think this year.
Not coming out to 3DS.
No, I'll send that to you. You can look at it. It's like you can build your own. You can build your own levels. I like the idea of it, but again, it kind of gave me the Minecraft vibe, like where you build your own levels.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not that kind of fan. So again, they're not catering to the physical Mario crowd. So it's not like a physical Mario game that you're going to have like an actual physical adventure in.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not
Might
bad.
be kind of fun for like, just like a fuck around game. Like, hey, Chad, I'll go build the level, see if you can beat it.
And you can block the flag at the end of the level so they can't get to it. That's a dick move that you would do.
Yeah.
And then
I'd get rid of the flag.
yeah, totally right.
The level would just go forever.
Like you go back to how it looked on the NES when it first came out with like Duck, but the one that came with Duck Hunt,
Uh-huh.
you can make it look like that, or you can flip it to how Mario looks in today's world. Not 3D, but it'll be in
That's
2D.
cool.
So it's pretty cool how they do that. They showed a brand new Yoshi game, but it's made out of yarn. Like remember how Kirby's Epic Yarn looked?
Mm-hmm.
The Yoshi.
It's one of my
game,
favorite playthroughs on Game Grumps, by the way.
now they have.
I'm
Yoshi.
sure you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, but
No.
Game Grumps is a group of guys on YouTube.
Oh. Now they have they have Yoshi now with yarn, and the yarn plays a role. Like he's made out of yarn, the entire world's made out of yarn. I made a joke that Nintendo has a yarn fetish all of a sudden. And during the document, like the video doc they were doing,
Nintendo crochets too much.
they were picking up the yarn and they were touching it, going, "We have to make sure we got the texture right." And they were showing them knitting the Yoshis.
They had like yarn out there with them?
Yes, there was yarn in the background of them talking. I'm like, Nintendo has a yarn fetish.
We had to make sure we got the texture right.
It was. It was like the weirdest thing. But they showed it. I mean, it's very interesting. But again, I don't want my
But then
8-year-old.
again, it's not.
I don't want my 8-year-old talking about freaking yarn to me.
What the fuck did you get an 8-year-old?
I'm going to adopt one, just to say I have one. But seriously, I mean, the gameplay is interesting, but it's like I think you can bring in a second. It's like 2-player co-op, and you can eat your Yoshi and then shoot him across the level for co-op play. But you can eat him and then shoot him off cliffs if you want to kill him. It's very sad.
Can you eat him and like swallow him?
No, but you can carry him to the level. But it's very interesting. You can redo you can do the levels like play it so many times and change it differently every time. It's really neat how they did it. But at the end of the day, I always thought it would be a nice successor to Yoshi's Story from N64.
Yeah.
Not some kind of gimmicky yarn game. Then we saw a new Kirby
Well,
game.
I mean, gimmicky is Nintendo's way now. So.
That's why Nintendo's dying. Nintendo
The
is...
Nintendo fanboys will disagree with you. They think that when Mario Kart 8 comes out, which it already came out, that it will save the system and the system will be number one. Bullshit.
No. Okay, true fact. The Wii U sold better than the Xbox One in May.
Yeah. Just because of the end of May. Because Mario Kart.
Yeah. Okay.
That's also can be accounted to Microsoft announcing that they were removing the Kinect. Who the fuck's gonna go buy a Xbox One with the
If
Kinect
I can save
now?
$100, I'm going to wait.
Exactly. So that's why I said earlier, Microsoft fucked themselves out of sales for half a month.
Yeah. And then they announced a new Kirby.
Another new Kirby.
It's not Epic Yarn this time. I think it's called, I want to make sure I get the name of it right because I don't want to embarrass myself and say something and it's not.
It's Epic or Yarn.
I swear Nintendo has a yarn fetish today.
Kirby epic string that feels like yarn.
Epic yarn.
Did you write it
Uh,
down at all? Oh
oh,
no.
it's called Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Wow, that sounds awkward.
It
The
is.
rainbow curse?
Yeah, it's a rainbow curse.
That's gonna piss off some people.
What doesn't piss anybody off?
I'm just saying, man.
I know, right? But no. I mean, it's very like you can like you use the gamepad and you can draw. It's like yarn. Seriously, it's like fucking yarn too. And you draw like if you need to get up higher or something, like you can draw like Kirby will roll on it. So you can pretty much reach different parts of the level by like rolling on it and stuff.
This might blow your mind a little bit. I want a Wii U.
If I can come over to your house and play the fucking yarn game, I'm so there.
Not for the yarn.
Do you have a
I
yarn?
want to play. I have been wanting to play since the day it came out. That new Super Mario Brothers game, Super Mario
That
3D
just
World,
yes.
and the new Mario Kart. Those two games look epic, and I would buy a Wii U if I had the money for those games. Not for fucking Kirby's epic yarn.
Dude, I so want this Kirby game. Oh, and in this Kirby game, by the way, the Rainbow Curse or Course, he can turn into a submarine.
Oh, it's Rainbow Course or Curse?
Oh, Rainbow Curse. I thought it said Course. I thought they misspelled it.
So it's Curse.
Yeah, it's Rainbow Curse. That's my bad.
Like
he
there's
can
a
turn into
curse on
tank.
you.
Yeah, he can turn into a tank, a rocket, and a submarine. Isn't that badass?
Not really.
It's Kirby though. But the one thing I noticed from the trailer, he doesn't eat anything.
Well, then it's not Kirby.
Tell me about it. All right, I just want to.
Kirby has to suck you in and then blow you out.
That sounds so dirty and sexual.
That didn't come out the way I had planned it to.
Okay. I was bitching on Facebook that there was no that Nintendo needed. They kept teasing Star Fox, like they kept doing like this clay animation type thing, like throughout the video of like Reggie on stage and Mario kept going, "When are you going to announce my game?" And Reggie's like, "No game this year, Mario." And then Mario would get pissed, and then this guy in the audience that had an E3 badge kept saying, "Give me Star Fox," and Reggie kept yelling at him and kept, being a dick. So
Reggie was being a dick?
yeah. So apparently Miyamoto, I think that's who it was, finally announced that he's working on a new Star Fox game and he showed a demo after E3. But why did they announce it during the E3 conference?
What?
So there is a new Star Fox coming for Wii U. Do I know much about it? Absolutely not. I couldn't even tell you a thing about it. I know it is real though.
Okay, now I need another. Now I have another reason to buy a Wii U.
Dude, Star Fox has
Star
been
Fox, dude.
so long.
I know. Like 64.
They came out. They showed a demo for Legend of Zelda: Hyrule Warriors that they talked about last year.
What the fuck is that?
Do you know what Dynasty Warriors is?
Yeah.
They're mixing that in Legend of Zelda.
What?
You're fighting the characters of Dynasty Warriors, but you're
Why can't they just give us a good Legend of Zelda game?
I know. Tell me about it.
Like
But
the original?
yeah, but it's more like a hack and slash game. And like it could, I don't know much about setting, but like you play as Link. They show Princess Zelda's playable. Sheik is playable. Somebody from Twilight Princess is playable. I don't know the character because I never played Twilight Princess. And they say there's another handful of characters coming that you can play as. So they said there's a ton of playable characters in Hyrule Warriors. They showed a brief gameplay demo that looked pretty good. I mean, Link even looked really well in it. I was gonna say Zelda just to irritate you, but I decided not to. But that releases in August
August.
for the Wii U.
Did they show
Then-
anything for the 3DS?
I think just Super Smash Bros.
That's it?
I think I'm trying to go down my list.
Holy shit.
They showed. Already talked about Super Smash Bros. They showed you the brand new Legend of Zelda game.
The Hyrule Warriors?
No, the full-fledged actual Legend of Zelda game that's coming out next year.
What?
There's a new Legend of Zelda game coming out next year. It's open world.
Open world?
Yeah, like they showed you like the landscaping and they showed you these mountains in the way back of the map and they said if you travel long enough you can make it back and climb them.
And
So-
so how long it takes to
He
get
didn't
back
say.
there?
It is, but you saw the enemy come on the like. It's a peaceful world, but of course, enemies come and fight you. So then it shows you on your horse taking off, and you go and you fight this enemy in the woods. But they didn't give you much information. All they told you was it comes out in 2015.
Hmm.
So again, they didn't give you much. It was just a teaser telling you that it's coming.
Typical.
Well, of course, that's typical Nintendo. I already talked about the Amiibo figures. Um, he did not touch on the price of it though.
The amiibo.
Yeah.
I heard your phone.
Um, Nintendo also showed a game called Splatoon. It's available next year. It's two teams of four take on roles as squids that can morph into people, shooting different colored ink to take over a battlefield in timed matches. It was very awkward.
It sounds awkward.
Very awkward. Then they showed Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Toad has his own game now,
What? He's a captain now?
apparently, and it's pretty much like I'd say, it's kind of like built between like a 2 and 3D world. Like it kind of reminds me of Mario, like that Mario game you were talking about for the three. I mean, that Mario World. What was it called that you were talking about? You wanted to play?
Super Mario 3D World?
Yeah, it resembles that kind of world,
Yeah.
and it's a platformer. I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but again, I would have no interest. Um, then let's see. Early next year, Nintendo plans to release Zelda game, which I told you. Um, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Xenoblade?
Xenoblade, yeah.
Uh,
Apparently, people freaked out about it. Um, I'm trying to think what else. They said they were going to talk a lot more about it in the after E3 thing went off. But I didn't watch that because I had to get off because I didn't have time to sit there because I had to do stuff, so I didn't have the time to watch it. But I don't think they've really touched on mini 3DS games at all.
so out of everything,
Wait a minute, Nintendo. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything.
well, out of everything that you've called off so far, the only thing that isn't a rehash character from Nintendo is that Splatoon.
Pretty much.
Everything else is a Nintendo character.
And Bayonetta.
And Bayonetta.
Pretty much everything else was let's see, I'm going down through Smash Bros. 2000. Yoshi's Woolly World is coming in Wii U in 2015. Are you ready to solve 3D puzzles and collect Stars Kids? II Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker is newly announced Wii U title coming this holiday. New Zelda. They kind of based it off the NES original Legend of Zelda game. They used that as like a base for it to build the world. They said they wanted to be similar to that. Hyrule Warriors comes out September 26th. They did show off. Actually, you're right. They did show off a game. I can't believe I forgot this. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby will be making a splash
Oh, but we already knew
on your
about
3DS
those.
systems on November 21st.
We already knew about those, though. I wanted
Oh.
something, like, announced.
Yeah, they already talked about Bayonetta. It comes in October. Bayonetta's due in October, and then you get the original Bayonetta with it, and you get some. They showed in the trailer that there's exclusive costumes too. I forget what they were. It's slipping my mind right now. Nintendo talked about Kirby's Rainbow Curse. That comes out in 2015. I talked about Splatoon. Mario Maker is the building game I told you about.
Yeah.
It comes out in 2015.
2015?
Yeah, I thought it was this year, but it's 2015. You can make your own Super Mario Bros. Style levels. Xenoblade Chronicles sequel, Xenoblade Chronicles X, will bring giant anime robots to Nintendo's console sometimes in 2015. Repeat, we are go for giant robots. And Super Smash, and it ended with Super Smash Brothers when the roster receives a new female fighter. Goddess Palutena from Kid Icarus will teach other Nintendo characters to fight like a goddess when she enters the fray at the game's launch, and that's how it ended with her. No idea who the hell she is, but
Yeah, Kid Icarus.
Yeah, so like I said, they didn't really. I pretty much touched on everything, but
No
and then
offense, I'm glad I slept in.
they did a teaser during it that it was kind of like you know how they do robot chicken skits.
Yeah.
They did with Bowser and Peach, and he goes, "I'm sorry, I keep kidnapping you for so many times," because he wanted the last donut or something. Peach grabbed it and ate it and finally walked away. It was stupid. I know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata that Reggie was with.
Iwata?
Yeah, Iwata.
That guy needs to go.
Yeah. So again, honestly, Nintendo, you did not miss anything as I just explained everything. You can tell, right?
Yeah.
So in my opinion,
Glad I slept
Nintendo,
in.
Nintendo was the biggest failure of E3. Not saying that they did completely, but they didn't show much off to really help the Wii U. If they were going to try to save the Wii U this year, they surely aren't doing it. The Wii U's in for another rocky months until next year until they get the Legend of Zelda. But is Legend of Zelda even going to be enough to save them? I don't think so. What's wrong?
Nothing?
No, you're thinking because I said that, no. I forgot what I was even talking about.
No, I'm pointing at something for you.
Oh, and I guess Grand Theft Auto. What about Grand Theft Auto?
Win! I finally won.
Dude, you won.
I
I get the.
won. Drop the mic.
No, I'm sorry. Let me do it one more time. You ready?
Sure.
Phil Spencer comes out. Your turn, Sony. Out, bitches. You
Did you just drop your
shoulda
phone?
did it. Huh?
Did you just drop your phone?
No, I have it plugged in, so I let it fall. I just let it hit because I have a case on it. It's bounced off and fell.
I have a case on mine too, but I wouldn't drop it. What the fuck is wrong
No,
with you, man?
so I have the.
Fucking piece of-
Well, trust me, nothing's going to hurt the Windows Phone. Trust me.
Oh, shit.
All right, so we'll start with Nintendo. What would you rank Nintendo?
A G.
G for G rated.
G for the worse than F. On what, like a scale out of 10?
Yeah, or just do A, B, C, or D, or F.
Um, probably like a D, D plus.
Well,
I didn't
I'll,
see it, so I can't say for sure.
I'd give him a C, and the only reason why I'm saying a C is because I feel that The Legend of Zelda was forced after they admitted last year they could have showed it, but they decided not to. So the only reason I feel Zelda was only forced this year because they seriously needed it. I feel they are in a bad position and they know it, but they're not trying to get out of it. It just shows Nintendo. It just shows Nintendo's out of touch with reality.
This is the first year I've actually covered Nintendo in these videos.
So in my opinion, Nintendo, I'd give them a. I'm saying a C might even be generous. I mean, again, we knew Smash Bros. Was coming. We know that, but again, it's the same thing It's the same thing every time it comes out with just different characters here and there. You know, it's
Yeah.
not much. It's not much. So
There's over 2,000 people. Well, by now it's not there, but there was over 2,000 people in Los Angeles today lined up to watch 16 players play Super Smash Brothers.
why would all those people
To
go?
watch.
I would not go somewhere just to watch. I'd want to play it.
I have a friend who went down there. I called him a crazy ass because he went there and stood in line to watch people play a game.
I wouldn't go sit there and watch. You're not going. They're not. You're not going. Like the thing is, probably going to be so bare bones anyway. You're not going to see anything.
I don't even know. Yeah, I'd give him like a D plus.
You give him a D plus.
No, I give Nintendo.
Oh, again, Nintendo is in a bad spot and they know it, and it's like they're not even trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
That's why again, I felt Nintendo could have. I felt Nintendo honestly was going to do so much more today. I thought they were going to come out swinging. If anything, they went out with a whimper.
I know, you convinced me to wait to do this video to
Yeah, but
cover
I actually believed
Nintendo.
it.
Well,
All right, let's jump to which one you do. You take back over because this is your show. I only took over because of Nintendo because I was there, which I wish I wasn't, but I was.
okay, well, you didn't watch them, but what would you rate EA? An A.
An A for their assholes.
An
Um,
A for that absence of games.
I'll give it an A for an absence of broken Battlefield games.
No, they had a broken
Uh,
Battlefield game.
okay, they're not, I'll give them a C.
A C?
That's being generous.
I'd give them a D minus.
Because again, after my whole Battlefield,
EA to me was the worst one. Absolutely,
yes,
no question about it.
Nintendo would have to be then EA.
Well, I didn't watch Nintendo.
Yeah. So Nintendo is EA is to my Nintendo,
So.
and of course I didn't say Ubisoft, so I'm not really going to comment because I didn't get to see that.
What about Ubisoft?
I'm not really going to comment because again
But I told you everything that they showed.
I know, but if I give it such a poor rating, because again
And you did go watch the Rainbow Six review.
I like that. Uh, I'll be generous and give it a B minus maybe.
I'll give him
I was going to say C, just.
C minus.
I mean, Rainbow Six seems interesting. That's if they don't bail on it like they did Patriots.
What they opened the show with, what they closed the show with, and what they showed of Assassin's Creed was great.
Yeah.
Everything else was forgetful. C minus.
So we'll start. Now we'll go to your baby Sony.
Sony.
You know your baby.
If I could rate them
If you could turn back time.
in like thirds, if I could do like the first third got this score.
Yeah.
The whole thing. C.
I'd have to agree with that because outside of the Infamous
'Cause-
DLC that they're doing, outside of the Infamous DLC and Uncharted, they didn't really show anything that's breathtaking. Because again, Xbox One, Xbox 360. I mean, Xbox One and Xbox 360 is also getting Destiny, and Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming to Xbox 360 and PC. So again, they don't
Xbox
have.
One and PC. It's already on 360.
It's 10:01 at night. I'm getting tired. I've got this now for what 3.5 hours almost.
3 hours and 21 minutes.
Oh, okay. So I was close.
Yeah,
But-
you were.
But I mean, how far But again, realistically, Sony didn't show anything that
Yeah.
outside of those two things. They did not show anything that was breathtaking and worthwhile. And same with Microsoft. I'm going to have to give Microsoft. They tried with games. They tried, but at the end of the day, the Master Chief Collection was a good thing. But again, they tried to do games, but I feel they get a C as well.
I'm gonna give Microsoft. What did I give Sony?
A C.
I gave them a C.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Microsoft a B minus.
Because see, my thing
And this
is
is coming from someone who is a hardcore Sony fanboy.
I mean, the value you're getting with the Halo Master Chief Collection is a lot. You're getting a lot for your bang for your buck. But outside the Master Chief Collection, we really didn't see anything. 'Cause, I mean, again, a lot of the games they were showing are cross-platform. So again, I could play it on PS4. So again, I can't count that. The Division, for instance, was shown.
Yeah.
I can play that on PS4 also. So there's no point
And
counting.
PC.
And PC. So again, what's the point of counting it? I know you PCs. But
My baby right here. My baby. You can't see it, but my baby.
I mean, again, I'm giving Microsoft credit because they tried. They really did this time. They tried.
Yeah. They
mean,
they came out swinging.
Project Sport has potential. I mean, Sunset Overdrive looked fun as hell.
Yeah.
But most of these games are going to be cross-platform. So again, I really can't say that it was better than another conference when most of these games are going to be on every platform anyway.
What do you think about Titanfall 2 coming to PS4 potentially?
That's been known because we knew Titanfall 1 was going to be exclusive to the Xbox One and Xbox 360 just because Microsoft was willing to let
PC.
NPC, all because we knew Respawn was willing, because Microsoft was willing to let them have the Xbox One specs. Sony was refusing to let anybody have their specs, so that's why it came to that. Did you ever know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Respawn come out and admitted that the only reason why it did not come out to they originally wanted to build Titanfall for the PS3 and PS4, but Sony was not willing to give them specs for the PS4 so they could start developing. But Microsoft was willing to let them have the Xbox One specs, and apparently Respawn met with Microsoft, and that's why it came out exclusive for Xbox One because Microsoft was willing to work with them, when Sony wasn't. Because Sony didn't want nobody knowing their specs. Which again, in the long run, it kind of caused them. Because again, Titanfall is a fun game, admittedly. You might not think so, but I have fun.
I played the beta. I got bored. It
Dude,
felt like a generic shooter to me.
I love punching another Titan in the twat and ripping them out of their stomach. It's the greatest thing in the world.
The twat.
I go with the twat. I go, I like slam it.
I punch Titans in their vag.
But Titanfall, I mean, again, it's going to be a good thing for Respawn because Respawn will make more money, so hopefully we get more Titanfalls in the future. You know, it can progress and become something better. But I knew it was going to happen. I'm not going to... Again, I'd love for people on PS4 to be able to play because, again, it's such a fun game. It really is. Just for that, they're going to cancel GTA 5 PC.
Don't even do that.
Okay, this ain't my red cup, but you ready? Oh, it's too heavy because it's glass. But I was going to hold my cup and do the whole cooking pose just for you. Yeah.
Is there anything else we should cover?
One thing they did touch at E3 with Microsoft, though, they did talk about how every month we do get new console updates, and they actually are building the console to make it something neat. So I do give Microsoft credit for that. They do listen to fan feedback.
Of course you give Microsoft credit.
I could have been so much worse on Sony if I really wanted to.
I know. So could I.
I chose not to be. I chose to be generous tonight.
When is PC gonna get a keynote?
Don't get me started on PC players.
What the fuck is wrong with PC players?
They are the cancer of the gaming community.
What?
They don't get a game and they go off raging. Don't you forget about us. All I did is just to piss you off now.
PC is the master race. Master race.
I'm calling it now. Next year, E3, you know who's going to win it?
PC. Alright, let's start it now. E3 2015 predictions.
Microsoft's going to show Halo 5, and they're going to show how dumb they are. Sony's going to come out and make another jab at Microsoft. They're going to come out like this. Microsoft did this. Boo.
Well, they won't. They don't call them by name.
Well, they will this year. I'm just calling it. This is how they're going. They'll come out and say, this is Microsoft. Then he'll probably pull out his cell phone for something. He goes, and he'll drop it. We're out, bitches. And they'll show Uncharted, and he'll walk off stage, and that'll be it.
Now let me ask you this. If Kevin Butler would have walked out on stage for 5 minutes last night, would you say PlayStation would have won?
Because he's God.
So all it would have took was Kevin Butler to come out, and you would have said PlayStation won.
Yeah, because Kevin Butler's God. No, okay. If Cammy Dunaway would have
Oh
came to
my
Nintendo,
god.
if Cammy Dunaway would have came out, Nintendo would have won.
Nintendo would have lost by more.
She's in some. You know that she's running this little town full of these little people. Apparently, she's the mayor of this little town of people.
A midget town?
Like little people, like kids. She's like the mayor of it. From what I hear.
Yeah.
When I Google it, that's what I find out. So
this is who I want at my E3 keynote.
She's God. Because she goes, all right. All right, so here's my predictions for E3 next year. Microsoft's will come out the gate swinging. Phil Spencer's our God.
You just said Kevin Butler was God.
I'm over Kevin Butler now. Sony will take jabs at Microsoft like they always do.
Not even a minute later.
And they're gonna here he is. They're gonna pull out God of War. You know they're going to because they're it's like being at Comic-Con with all the nerds. One of them is going to smell like Cheetos and God knows what. So they're going to pull it out. And Cheetos, man.
Product placement.
Nintendo's going to come out with. I know.
Another Mario game.
Another Mario game.
Here's that Zelda game that we promised you that never came out. By the way, here's Star Fox. It's coming out 2020.
They're going to come out next year and be like, breaking news. We're going to have another Zelda game come out. And they'll show another Zelda teaser, and guess what? It won't come out for another 20 years.
Star Fox comes out 2020. for the
Or
Wii
for,
U 2. For the
um,
Wii U Us.
and I'll be in line waiting.
That's what it's going to be called, the Wii U Us. Alright, so we're almost at 3.5 hours here. I think we should
Yeah.
end it. So, thanks for
Oh, so
watching,
when you say you're
guys.
going to end it, does that mean it's going to be like my remake to Janie's Got a Gun to Adriel's Got a Gun? You're going to like plow me like you did in Grand Theft Auto when you come up from out of nowhere and just shot me in the back and took off running, squealing. Woo!
Yes, that's exactly what's about to happen.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you made it through the 3.5 hours with us.
I feel sorry for them.
I do too, because I had to live through it with you.
You're
And
a dick.
I feel sorry for you too, because you had to live through it with me. No, we were here. We did it. We shall be here next year. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for Watch Dogs. Yes, Watch Dogs.
Right.